Yo, Twitch, what's up? Oh my god, Cogs, Dragon, Electric Shot, and Wild Bill. Hello, hello, hello. Good to see you all. Thanks for hanging out. Happy Friday, man. Hey, never AFK. Wow. How's it going, man? OG of OGs in the house. I am McGaines, Rimbalisa, Ketchup, Bandy, Geo, Vaselina, John Tron. Hello, folks. At Rico Akuma. The game I was talking about was Arcanium in that video. Arcanium has been a really cool indie game, although it's in a bit of a pickle at the moment. It looked like somebody told me on Reddit like they got some bad reviews and this latest patch maybe wasn't well received. So I don't know. I'd read up on it before taking the dive. I know the dev team's awesome and will do their best to make it awesome, but
is my only Hearthstone
might not be the perfect moment.
I've given it up. I think permanently this time.
Regis is my only heart. Oh, okay, I got confused with that. Well, thanks, Pickle Surprise. Yeah, don't fret, man. A lot of people are feeling that way. I think this is a very, I don't know what it is. People just seem very disenchanted with Hearthstone right now. At least the people I'm around or my audience are the kind of people who like the same things I like. I don't know what it is. There's a real malaise. I think part of it is that, you know, people were hopeful for Mercenaries and that didn't deliver for some people, or again, the same kind of people I like, I think, that, or not I like, but that are my audience, the same kind of people who like the things I like. I don't think Mercenaries delivered for them. So it just kind of took the wind out of the sails a little bit. There's been a super long delay into the mini set. So it's like, I think people just kind of lost their momentum a little bit, lost their wind out of their sails, which is all right. I feel like you've been gone for a long time. I don't know. I have not. I've streamed every day for the last week and have put out 2 videos a day most days, and I'm all over Twitter. I don't know what to tell you. I'm feeling great though. Taxes due thanks to the 20 months.
Hello, Regis, and happy Friday. Enjoyed the
Hey, John Tron, dude.
Vid this morning. Groot poop was my favorite part. Ha.
Thanks. Yeah. Yeah, if you guys haven't been checking out my Guardians of the Galaxy streams over on YouTube, and you want to catch the video, I'm still working on pushing people over to my variety channel. Go check this out. I think the video is really funny. Here's a link in chat. Right there, some Guardians of the Galaxy action. It's a really fun game. I don't know if I'll be able to stream it tonight. We're going to do Hearthstone today during the day, but I think this weekend we'll finish off Guardians of the Galaxy. Plan for today is talk about new cards here in a second and then do some duels. Taxes Pickle, Never AFK 2 with the crazy subs. Thank you guys for the prime subs there. Taxes with 20 months. Appreciate it, everybody. Very kind. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, Midnight. I appreciate the thoughtfulness or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I've been as productive as ever. I've been pumping out stream VODs, pumping out videos, pumping out tweets, pumping out everything. I don't know. It's been a pretty insanely busy week, and next week's going to be even more busy. We have so much stuff hitting on Tuesday. Mini set, Diablo Duels, Diablo Battlegrounds, Dual Class Arena, the mini set deck testing. I want to do all of that. I don't know what to prioritize. I'll probably make a couple really fun mini set decks first for standard, and then we'll do Diablo Duels. Time permitting, I wouldn't mind doing Diablo Battlegrounds to take a look at that. There's just a million things happening. So what am I most excited for? I honestly think Diablo Duels. I think Diablo Duels. I mean, mini set's going to be great too, I'm sure. We haven't seen the big legendaries and stuff yet, but honestly, Diablo, I love Duels lately, and I think that's what I'm hyped for. Hey, speaking of hype Train is active. Thanks to the Hype Train, folks. Man, kicking it off early.
Boys, make some room by the hearth.
Richard Hammer Beef, thanks to the 3 months as well. Mini set looks cool, but not enough to bring you back. Yeah, man, I don't think you should feel bad about that. Not that you do, just, yeah. I think it's healthy to take breaks from Hearthstone. I think too many people make it their only game and only play that, and it's good to step away and just hang out. I mean, a lot of people don't even play Hearthstone but still watch Hearthstone. Like, they just don't want to commit the time and money and resources to like keeping up a collection, but still enjoy the sights and sounds and stuff, so they watch. Uh-oh. Will it work? Yes, it's fixed. Dragon Priest. Nice, John Tron. Congrats. Amazing. Jason C. Travdor. What's up? What's up? Yeah, let's talk about cards. Before we get into duels, I just wanted to run through the cards. I like talking through them with you guys in chat. It's kind of hard to find them on the official website here, but we'll sort that out. So, new cards. We'll go through the ones revealed today and yesterday real quickly here. Just spend 30 seconds. I'll throw out some topics of discussion, some points, and then let you guys react and maybe read and debate. Lightly debate. So, Blackwater Cutlass. I liked this card a lot. It's just, you know, at a base level, it makes sense. It's not like I don't know that, you know, 1 mana 2/2 weapon would be run on its own, but it's good, right? It's overstated and undercosted, whichever direction you want to take that slice. But then tradable upside and this bonus discount makes the trading basically free functionally, right? Total mana cost anyway, which I don't know. I think it's really cool. So if you don't need a weapon, you don't need to kill a 2/2 on board early, trade it. You're happy to keep mana flowing, keep cards rolling. If you do need this in a pinch, serves as a great weapon. So just seems to check a lot of boxes. Druid of the Reef, similar idea, kind of flexible, cheap resource here. Get a body down early if you need it, which could be great. Some of the like token taunt druidy things we've seen, or a rush minion if you need some cheap, easy removal, could serve that purpose as well. So I think that's pretty cool. Might even be good with like composting. Just get a 1 mana 3/1 rush in there that clears something and takes a trade if you're going to compost your board anyway. Looks really good. Parlay. Really cool card design. I don't think this one's as competitive. It has some disruption potential, of course. Take your opponent's win condition or whatever. They can try to get it back, but not really because it won't be in your deck. It'll be in your hand. But yeah, you can occasionally hit their win condition, just get some thief value out of it. They could take something of yours, but you probably don't care as much. It'd be pretty funny to like fill your deck with garbage cards and then use parlay to try to take your opponent's good cards, and then they use this again once they draw it and they only get garbage back. That's actually pretty funny. But I don't think the disruption is like consistent enough or predictable enough to make that worth a competitive edge, because like if your opponent knows you're running parlay in the meta, they just keep their best cards in the mulligan, which they might be doing anyway. You know, there's all kinds of ways to like reduce the likelihood that this actually connects. So Shadowblade Slinger, this feels like it's just really good cheap tempo swing, kind of like that rogue one that does the same thing, similar thing. I can never remember the name of that card. What's the name of that card? The prize guy. What's the name of that prize guy? Prize vendor? Prize. What's his name? Why don't I know the name of that guy? The rogue guy. What's his name? Chat. Plunderer? Prize Plunderer? Is that it? I have too many cards in my brain. What the heck is the name of that guy? Prize Plunderer, I think is it, right? Prize Plunderer. Oh my god. I'm trying to look it up. Prize Plunderer. Yes! I nailed it. Thank you. Thank you for the help, chat. It kind of reminds you of that, right? Just in a pinch, cheap swing, slotting into turns nicely. That's pretty cool. Wicked Shipment. Like this makes sense numerically, but I just don't know if I like it enough. Warlock sometimes has trouble leveraging these wide boards of tiny stuff, right? They're kind of better with like medium-sized, medium-width boards, you know, like a bunch of 3/3s and stuff seem to be better in zoo decks and that sort of thing. Following up on like 1 or 2 minions at a time, not like 6. So it's the difference of like, you know, Fungalmancer versus Bloodlust sort of thing, you know, classically speaking. Whereas with this, I don't know. There's like the bartender guy, Shady Bartender or whatever. That's kind of cool with this. It's a really cheap pair, but I don't know if that'll be enough. But there is kind of a critical mass of this happening, especially like in duels. So I think a card that's like going to be good somewhere, but maybe not a standard deck. Defias Leper. Just a damage output guy. Seems to make sense for aggro Pirate Priest, which is already a thing in Wild. And I think aggro Priest is still going to linger around in standard at some level as well. Doggy Biscuit. This is like the best flavor in Hearthstone. I love the taste of dog biscuits. It's so flavorful. It's so good. You're either feeding the dog the biscuit, which is buffing it, or you're putting it back in your deck and the dog is playing fetch. That's why they get rush. So, I mean, they're not like going to get it. So it's like, you know, you got to use your imagination to connect the dots a little, but it's still so good. So yeah, as far as a card is concerned, I'm a little like mixed on it. It's a nice buff for 2 mana. Sometimes on curve would be great. It's like a Wolpertinger or Initiate follow-up or whatever. But in other times, I'm like, does it do enough, you know? I can't decide. It'll either be really, really good and just rock with Initiate and overwhelm people, but then maybe you'd rather just play a good 2 mana minion, right? Spread out stats a little bit. I'm not sure. The cool thing is it's one of those cards where it's like really good on 2, but if you like miss that and you don't hit it on 2, it's still decent in the late game because you can trade it, right? So it has a kind of backup plan. That's a pretty nice aspect because sometimes these like early game commitment cards where you really want to push in stats or buff or whatever, right? That they kind of demand a good on curve line to feel especially good. Sometimes they just die when you get them on turn 7 or whatever. And this doesn't die when you get it on turn 7. So you just trade it back in. So maybe the tradable aspect will give this card the kind of backup plan, the contingency plan to make it worth running. This card, I've seen some love for this one. I'm not as in love with it as other people. Like at a surface level, this one just draws you a spell. It's a 2 mana tutor for a spell. That's pretty okay, right? Like that's inherently fine. Little decent body that draws you a spell, right? Like that's better than a novice engineer of old, right?
Welcome.
So just straight up that, and then it's also got this aspect where it's splitting the choose one spell, which is a free bonus, right? There's no reason other than specifically choose one synergy things that like get better with choose one or whatever. But in a normal circumstance, there's no reason not to split it. It's always better. It's the same cost across the two, and you know you still get to choose whichever one you want. So basically you're getting an extra card. You're getting an extra piece of value. So it all makes sense, right? Like it looks good. So I understand why people are excited about it. I don't want to minimize that. But I number one, I looked at the choose one pool right now. There's nothing in the pool right now that seems exciting to me. Where it's like you really want to get an extra version. You know, it's like, okay, I got the 3 damage Wrath and I got the 1 damage Wrath. That's fine, but it's not like, oh yes, I got a 3 damage Wrath. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, usually you want 1 more importantly, right? In most situations. So it's kind of, in other words, it's going to take maybe like few turns for that second one to feel really amazing, or, you know, the right situation. It's not like always going to be awesome right away. And then like Nourish, it's like, well, what am I going to do with the ramp? Like maybe it's good to ramp, maybe not. Like in other scenarios, maybe I don't need the card draw. It's just like, essentially, choose one cards are good because of their flexibility. And this retains that flexibility, but in many ways it doesn't increment on it in a tempo favored fashion. It increments on it in a value favored fashion, which isn't bad. Of course, more value is good. It's also free in this case, but it also doesn't necessarily serve or fit current Hearthstone models, which tend to value tempo and pressure and damage far more than they tend to favor value. So in other words, like, yes, this card does great positive things, but does it do things that other cards wouldn't do better? Would you rather just have, for instance, more distinct cards drawn as opposed to extracting extra value out of a single card? Like, would I rather have a Wrath and a chance to draw Lady Anaconda. In that case, like maybe guess the weight's better because you are willing to sacrifice the 2/1 to get 2 things instead of a single thing that's kind of been duplicated, if that makes any sense. So this has that kind of like limitation and potentially less upside than other options because it's really about opportunity cost when you're running a card in a deck. Like every card just does positive good things, does the 2 things that are like better than other options that might be comparable. That's where I'm getting hung up on this one. I like can't quite. It's like I think I'd rather run Guess the Weight. I think I'd rather run that other new 2-mana spell for Druid that we're going to talk about here in a minute. So it's like, yeah, this makes a lot of sense, but why is it this one over something else? If that makes any sense at all, probably does not. I'm probably getting hung up on it, and it's just like good enough. Flobbit, dude, thanks for the Prime sub. Appreciate it, Flobbit. Hey, Katie Page. Hey, Grimgrod. Yeah, these are from the mini set. Yeah. You can tell because they have that little square card outside next to the logo. Man the Cannons from yesterday. It seems like just really good cheap removal. Kind of like a Minefield style card in a way. Similar but different. Can also be an Enrage enabler that just looks good. Oh, here's the other Druid card, right? Moonlit Guidance. It's like, I like this one, I think, better than the Jerry Rig Carpenter. This one's like, I don't know, it's just more card draw, right? As opposed to like, and it's more duplicates of cards you really, really want, as opposed to kind of the leftover choose one card, right? Because you're always gonna have a favorite choose one card. So anyway, this is kind of like Shadow Visions, but also draws you the thing. Like, it's just really cool. It's like tracking meets Shadow Visions meets card draw, right? So you might get 2 cards out of this one if you have enough mana to make all that happen, which could be great for both getting an extra copy of whatever it is you want, but also then getting it right away too. So potential, just a lot of stuff and the potential to make more good stuff. Now this is cards specifically, unlike say Shadow Vision, so may not be as reliable to tutor out something really, really specific, but you could probably find enough hits here to make this worth it, because you do still get to discover, right? So there'll probably be one good option more often than not. So I like that one quite a bit. What's next here? Amulet of Undying, some res priest support. I'm not like over the moon about this one. I want to play it with like boars or something. Sounds fun, but yeah, it's fine. Good trade. I mean, it's solid. It's fine. I just hope it doesn't work too well. Brilliant Macaw's pretty fun. Repeating battle cries seems like it has a lot of potential. Some very powerful battle cries, and getting a duplication of some of your best cards for only 3 mana seems pretty good. The ability to carry it across turns too seems rather valuable. Copycat here, I think I did a pretty good job assessing this one in my review. I don't think my review today was great, but I think I did a good job with this one. Basically fun, cool, potential to create friction for your opponent by making them kind of hesitate or divert from a game plan. But ultimately, I think the way Hearthstone works these days, people have enough cheap cards and enough cards in hand usually that I think they'll be able to work around Copycat pretty well. So in other words, the potential friction upside of this one isn't really all that good. And then like the potential value is probably not all that good either. You're often going to get cards that aren't particularly synergistic or powerful. And rarely are you going to kind of make your opponent kind of slow down or disrupt their turn in a super significant way. So very occasionally could do that, hit some perfect break point where they only have 5 mana and they really want to play a 5 mana card. They don't want to give it to you sort of thing, but it's like, that's quite a few checks, right? Like they have to have that exact right kind of hand, board state, scenario, etc. Usually they're going to be like, I'm going to throw away a 1 mana card or whatever, give you that crappy 1 mana card, and then do what I was going to do anyway, so you don't get my value card. So it looks cool, amazing art, really cool, clever design. I mean, a lot of these have really clever designs, frankly, but I just don't think that good. Crow's Nest Lookouts, kind of like a cheaper, I would argue worse, Kurtrus. And Kurtrus is a fine card. I don't think Kurtrus is a great card, but I think this one's just kind of worse. And it's only a mana cheaper. I mean, you could run 2 of them, I guess, as a neutral card or whatever, right? It's fine. It's another one of those cards, but it's actually pretty fine. Like you look at the numbers, it makes sense, right? Like It's doing quite a bit for its cost. You get a little body with it. I just don't think it's better than other alternatives that exist for Demon Hunter. It's the same opportunity cost problem. Like, it has to beat out other cards. I don't know what decks find room for this one. So, fine. Numerically, actually quite good. Like, a few years ago, we would have been like, oh my god, it's insane. But now I just don't know if it gets over the hump that's necessary to make it feel really exciting. Defias Cannoneer. I do like this one a lot because it can go face. After hero attacks, deal 2 damage to random enemy twice, so it can either kind of be a Nest Lookout sometimes, but it can also go face. And, you know, there is a condition here you have to attack, which will sometimes be limiting on this one, but I feel like there's enough choice often in Pirate Warrior these days. So you can play something else in the meantime until this gets there, and then you've got to pop off. Plus, you've got weapon tutors in the quest naturally, so you're often going to have a weapon equipped. And then this is even better post Juggernaut, because then you always have a weapon, and you might even get these randomly summoned as well. Galactic Glutton. It's just a tech card. I don't think it'll get common play, but you know, there's enough beast in the meta. People will toss this in. That's cool. Great card to exist, as far as I'm concerned.
Days,
hey, no Sam. Oh my god, dude. 4 years. Wild to think about, man. 48 months. Thank you much. Congrats on the 4 years. You're in a rare air there. Pretty nuts. Pretty nuts, dude. Thank you. Righteous Defense. I like this a lot. Nice debuffs, a kind of removal that also potentially buffs your hand, so you can put it on some key units sometimes if you get lucky, or if you're able to filter your hand down to a point where that makes sense. But with like Hand Paladin things, like all the minions are pretty good to buff, right? That's part of the design of the deck. So I think this card has quite a bit of nice upside. Remove that 8/8 basically, turn it into a 1/1 and get a 7/7 hand buff for 3 mana. That's not too bad. Pretty cool. Oh, Blacksmithing Hammer. This card's cool. Just 5 damage alone is not bad sometimes. But then tradable upside's pretty cool. You can always tutor it back in Warrior, or just like use it in a control deck for a ton of damage late after you've traded it off 4 times or something throughout the course of a game, right? So seems good to me. Just a lot of potential stats, and tradable again makes every card decent, I think, at a base level. Just having tradable, it's like, it's hard to hate a card. It's almost like every card that's tradable is like 3 stars at least, you know? Deepwater Evoker, this is pretty fun. Spell Tutor Battlecry that also gains you some armor. So great with big spells. I think decent with moderate spells, you know? I think if this heals 5 or something, you're pretty pumped. And I want to play this in like a Cthulhu deck like we've done before. There's quite a few of these now with the Dungeoneer, the Evoker, and the 2-drop, where you could like get all your Cthulhu cards really quickly, and this is like helping you stay alive along the way. That seems like a cool combination. Hullbreaker, kind of a perfect fit for Quest Warlock. I don't really know if this edges out other competitive cards, but it sure seems like it could. Spell Tutor 2 is fun for like Deck of Chaos. Stats. It's kind of like a Backfire almost, but like with a minion attached, you know? It's not exactly the same, of course, but yeah, kind of similar. I don't know if it'll be better or not, though. Like, there's a chance this doesn't get played just because it's not better than what exists currently, but it sure seems to fit pretty well. Parrot repeats the Death Rattle, the triggered. Oh, by the way, all the Parrot cards have such good flavor. They're repeating, like parrots repeat phrases that we say. So good. These are big parrots, by the way. Man, that is a monster. Yeah, I don't know. This is one of those cards where it's like, yeah, it just depends. It's fine. Yes, in certain Death Rattle worlds, it'll be really solid, and other times it'll feel really underwhelming and hard to play on curves. So that's why it's one of those like super average looking cards to me. This one's interesting, right? Is this card way better than I think, or way worse than I think? Because I gave it 3 stars because I couldn't really decide. Multicaster, draw a card for each different spell school you've cast this game. It's like, oh man, Mage casts 3 spell schools. Wow. I'm gonna draw 3 cards for 4 mana with a body. And then I'm like, well, yeah, that's great, right? Like, that's really good, technically. But then I also think, well, shoot, there's like Cram Session, you know? And then it's like, I don't really want to run minions much in Mage. So then I started looking at other classes, or thinking through them at least, and
Your lab
Usually it's like
helps
2
me
spell
get through
schools
my
at
week.
most, right? I don't think anybody else really naturally fits 3 spell schools. Does even like Shaman really get 3 spell schools? It's like most people are Holy and Shadow, or Nature and Arcane, or Nature. I guess Shaman could do Nature, Frost, and Fire fairly easily. But then they already have like Dungeoneer that I feel like does something very similar that's probably just better because it's more specified. So I don't know, as like bonkers as this card looks at a base level, right? Again, this is one of those cards where like 3 years ago, I mean, we wouldn't have known what a spell school was, but you know, theoretically 3 years ago, if that functionality existed, we would have been like, oh my god, draw 3 on a minion for only 4 mana? That's bonkers. And nowadays I hesitate. I don't even know if it's any good. I don't know if draw 2 is enough for sure. But even like a few years ago, draw 2 would have sounded insane on a body this big. Because if you remember, like Gnomish Engineer or whatever, that card got played sometimes. It was like Novice Engineer and Gnomish Inventor. I mean, Gnomish Inventor like actually used to get put in decks a little bit, and it's like, my God, compare Gnomish Inventor to the multicaster here, right? Man. So I just don't think it's good enough anymore. It's like, you know, you may not have the spells done by turn 4 when it's most exciting. Late in the game, there may just be better reload options. I don't know what classes it's good for. Maybe just Shaman and Mage where it really shines. So, I don't know. It's cool. I like the design a lot. It's just, I'm not sure it's quite good enough. Sucker Hook. I think this card's really bad. I almost gave this 1 star in my review. I just don't really see this one. I understand the use case. You're down to 1 durability on a weapon. You want to just refresh it, upgrade it, etc. Like, okay, cool. You know, turn a Light's Justice into a, you know, whatever, 2-mana weapon. It's good. I don't know. Well, not Light's Justice because it's Shaman, but you get the idea. Doomhammer, you're on your last charge. You got, you know, you got your 14 damage. You don't need 16, so you want to upgrade it to a 6-mana weapon or whatever. I don't think it's that interesting, though, to pay 4 mana for that effect, right? It's like, I think I'd rather just finish off the weapon, not lose my stats, or, you know, my 4 mana turn to play something better, more impactful, more immediate, etc. It's like the weapon might have had a good effect on that last durability anyway. And Shaman, a lot of the weapons you want to attack because they have like attack triggers that do cool stuff, evolves, discounts, buffs. It's like you lose that to maybe get a good weapon, but then also, you know, evolved, there's going to be low rolls. Like you're going to get some weapon you don't need or want. So you like spend this mana to play a mediocre minion to like only marginally upgrade your weapon, maybe sometimes low roll it. It's just like, why are you doing that? I just don't know why you're doing all that, you know? I thought, I didn't really look closely. Maybe there's like some very specific interaction between 2 weapons that like makes this really insane. So like Shaman's current weapon pool, for instance, is 2, 3, and 5 mana. So if we look at, so we would want to look at 3, 4, and 6 mana weapons to see if there's some like insane guaranteed thing. 3 mana weapons are all okay, nothing like amazing though. 4 mana weapons, again, solid. There's nothing like that's a mega low roll. Maybe Venom Strike Bow is like the low roll for Hunter. They're fine, but again, nothing I would like lose my mind over. Rinling's Rifle and Outrider's Axe are probably the high rolls. And then 6 mana weapons, you're guaranteed to get a Hammer of the Naru for 6 mana in standard if you break a Doomhammer and upgrade it or whatever. Hammer of the Naru is not good. The battle, it's a battle cry, so you don't get the 6/6. So I don't see it. It's not like this thing is going to be living through multiple turns usually to continue upgrading your weapon. So it's a really cool mechanic to evolve a weapon, but it just doesn't seem competitive. Sphere could go into 2 mana, I guess, sure, but why would you want to break your Sphere? I mean, after you get 3 draws out of it or something, you break your Sphere. 2 mana weapons are not great. It's like Sword of the Fallen you could get. I mean, Shadowcloth Needle, what would you do with it? The some are fine, Auction House Gavel, Baton, Rune Dagger, etc. But it's like, I don't know. Just seems... Yeah, and if you draw it without a weapon, yeah, of course, yeah, you have to have a weapon. I'm trying to even think if it's like good in duels, and I don't even think it's like great in duels. I just don't know the use case for it. It seems really bad. Sunwing Squawker. Some people like this card a lot more than me. I'm still not sold on it, even after reading some of the positive takes. Repeat the last spell you've cast on a friendly minion on this. So there's like Libram stuff. There's Blessing of Wisdom, or not Wisdom. Blessing of Authority is one people are citing a lot. Like turn this into a big old 11, 12 with Blessing of Authority. The thing is, like, that you can do that, right? But it's presumably turn 6 when that's happening, right? Because you've played the Authority on 5, Squawker on 6, Coin, of course, whatever. But I don't think that's a bad play to summon an 11-12 on turn 6. But I gotta be honest, I don't think it's a great play. Some people will be bothered by that notion, but I don't think just like the raw stats are amazing. I've seen people say combine it with a Braggart, and it's like, okay, that sounds a little better, right? You kind of diversify your stats and double up on everything. That's a little cooler, but that demands that, you know, you had a Braggart, a Squawker just chilling in hand for 6 turns, right? An Authority chilling in hand for 5 turns. I mean, of course, you could draw these things, but that's another part of the problem. So it's either really inconsistent because you haven't gotten this exact trio of things to make it exciting, or it's really slow because you're keeping it all in hand and you're not really playing out a game plan, particularly one that would enable you to successfully develop a Blessing of Authority on board on turn 5. So there's these kind of like layered checks that have to happen in order for that one pretty okay play to be developed. And then outside of that, I don't think most of the plays are very good. So it's almost like you're building this like combo almost. Like I got to assemble this 3-card combo to make this good. But how often is that hitting? How often is that connecting? And then if you're not doing like exactly Blessing of Authority, you know, there's like Libram of Hope. I don't think Libram of Wisdom is like that exciting to get an extra Libram down on a single minion. I don't know. I'd almost rather run like a the 3-mana thing that copies in Divine Shields, that sort of stuff, right? So to me, it almost just seems like it's a little bit too awkward because you have to line it up in certain ways. It's got to chill. It's got to have these specific best payoffs to make it worth it, which I think will end up just meaning it doesn't get run. I think you just have more reliable, more impactful sort of follow-ups and plays that don't, you know, demand all this. I don't know. Maybe there'll be one very specific spell that's like really good to get an extra copy of. We can't imagine. It's not like it's inherently bad by any means. It's a fine card, right? It's doing something cool, big, potentially big. I just think consistency will be an issue. Hand of Adal or Noble Mount can be great on curve. I'm not actually even convinced. I mean, Hand of Adal, I guess it's okay. It's a 5/5 that draws a card. I mean, that's good, but I hate when I say this because people scoff. Because a lot of us are still in classic Hearthstone world. I actually don't know if that's very good. I know it hurts to say that, and it really stings me to say it too, but I mean, if you've seen like rogue boards and stuff, right? Like rogues on turn 4 have like played 2 you know, Cult Neophytes and 3 other 2/1s and stuff, and it's like, you know, druids already have 6 minions on board that you just dead because you played a 5/5, and the druid had, you know, 2/2/3 taunts and a 2/4 and another 2/3 and a random squirrel, and they just kill you with you know, Arbor Up basically on turn 5 because you played a Sunwing Squawker that drew a card. You know what I mean? Like, in some ways that's unfair, but it's also not. It just happens, you know? That's what we see. So I'm worried that those sorts of plays, as insane as they sound, like, I'm with you. I get it. That sounds really good. A 5/5 that draws a card on turn 4. Wow. And then I think about what actually happens, and I don't know, everybody's like finishing their quest already. There's a super big board down. I don't know that this can keep up. Like, even hand buff Paladin has trouble keeping up now. They have like that 4 mana card with Rush and Divine Shield that's been hand buffed to be a 4/6 or whatever. And even that is too slow. So I don't really see the on-curve line either. As sad as it makes me, as you can tell, I'm kind of exasperated by that notion, but I'm not sold. I hope I'm wrong. By God, I hope I'm wrong. Like, I want you to be so right. I want that to be a reasonably good play, but in my heart, I'm not quite convinced. Grin Villain, dude, thanks to the 500 bits. Sad day for priest mains. What did priest get? I don't even know. What did we see today for priests? I forget. We'll probably get there. Thanks to the bits, though, Grin Villain. Much appreciated. Arcane Overflow. This one's interesting. Deal 8 to a minion. That's going to clear most stuff, particularly if you're playing it on 5. Summon a Remnant with stats equal to the excess damage. So, you know, you kill a 5/5, you get a 3/3. You kill an 8/8, you get nothing. You kill a 1/1, you get 7/7 in stats. That's pretty cool. I think the sweet spot for this is probably like kill a 3/3 and get a 5/5, right? Like, that's where it feels most solid to me. Somewhere in that like middle band. I don't even think killing a 5/5 and summoning a 3/3 feels that good, honestly. It's okay, but not great. And on that note, I actually don't think this is enough. I don't think like, I compared it to Apex's Blast, I think, in my video, right? And it's like, I mean, I don't know, Apex's Blast, you're usually getting like a 4/4, 5/5 average stat, sometimes with great effects. You're clearing most things at the point of the game where it's relevant. If you're using it on minions, you know, killing a 5/5, getting a 5/5. With effects sometimes. You can also go face with it, right? Now, of course, that has a condition and stuff, which Mage doesn't have trouble meeting right now. Might not always be the case. So it's not a one-to-one comparison by any means, but I feel like Arcane Overflow doesn't keep up with what something like Apex's Blast offers. And that's just kind of the threshold it has to achieve to be pretty decent. So that's a challenge for me. You know, if this said deal 10, I think the breakpoints would be way better. Like, you know, kill a 5/5, get a 5/5. That is where I think the sweet spot would really be. So I don't know. Maybe it's better than I think. That 8 was a pretty deliberate value to keep this in check. Maybe it's just not supposed to be all that strong. Maybe there's other stuff coming that makes this make more sense. It does seem like an insane arena card. Yeah, like this is one of those like very swingy good arena cards, I'm sure. In standard, I don't know. A little too expensive for it, maybe. It's almost like if this were, you know, a 3-minute card that had the same effect and said deal 5, you'd be like, oh, okay, that's a little more flexible. Kill a 3/3, get a 2/2. I mean, still not actually that great, though. I don't know. It just doesn't seem to really sing to me. It just seems a little expensive and a little unrewarding. I don't think it's terrible again, though. It's just kind of fine. A lot of these, like, kind of fines. So anyway, it just cards that can't go face these days just underwhelm me, to be honest. That's like always my first hang up is like, can it do damage? Can it be aggressive, right? And again, this is not something I want. It's just, you know, a basis of analysis that seems very relevant in modern day Hearthstone is that cards like to be aggressive. Cards like to go face. If it's not ending a game, I like it less. I mean, I actually like it more, but I think it's weaker. Let's say that. Speaking of which, Defies Blastfisher can go face, so I like it more. It's like, yeah, it has harder conditions to beat. I'm not comparing these two specifically, but I think a card like this has a chance because it can go face, right? It can serve as a game-ending follow-up to these like wide token beastie hunter things we've seen, all the rats and stuff. You know, I saw it compared to like a Bloodlust, which is kind of cool. If you have an empty board, it is definitely Bloodlust-esque. Still maybe not as good because it's only dealing 2, although it has a kind of bonus because it's got its base 2 and then it repeats, right? So similar in some ways. It can hit minions, though, so it has to be an empty board to really go face. But it's maybe not bad if it hits minions either. Just not great. So, I don't know. Can you keep a board clear enough? Can you have enough beasts? There's a lot of conditions to meet. That's why this card's not like a home run, but I wouldn't be shocked, just because it can go face, if some Beast Hunter deck pulls it all together and this actually serves as a useful mid-game either burst damage finisher or just swing card. Don't be shocked. Need for Greed. I'm having a really hard time breaking this one down. Do you guys like this card or hate this card? Like, do you think it's strong or weak? I can't decide. It's like really landing in the middle of the road for me. It's like, I think it's cool design, right? You trade it in and then you're likely to draw it, and then you'll have a 3 mana draw 3 at some point. So that's cool. Like if you miss your chance to play it initially, you can trade it and sort of hope for it down the line. So I think that's really neat. And I mean, draw 3 for 3 is good. Like we, you know, there are cards that do that have been successful both currently and otherwise. And I like tradable at a base level. I think tradable is good at a base level. So like Quest Demon Hunter, if they just want to really stack the deck with draw, like sure, Need for Greed kind of makes sense. But if you're not stacking the deck with like all draw and you're thinking about like choosing your favorite, for instance, does this get the cut over something like Acrobatics? I don't know. That's what I can't figure out. I don't know. I kind of like Acrobatics better in some ways because it doesn't demand kind of this like scenario where you have to trade it back in. Because it's like, you know, if I'm going into turn 5 and I need card draw and I have this or Acrobatics, right? You're going to play Acrobatics because you don't want to spend 5 on Need for Greed. You want to trade it back in and get it later. So it's almost like it's good that you can trade it, but it's also kind of like this tax you have to pay to get it at the right moment. So I don't know. Is it not better than Persistent Peddler in Quest Demon Hunter? Maybe. It's the difference is you can't tutor it with the weapon like you can Persistent Peddler in Quest Demon Hunter. They have the weapon that draws death rattles, you know. But it's just more raw draw, so there's a lot of pieces to this puzzle, and my brain can't really sort out if it's better or not. My instinct will be that people want something that's like more reliable, I guess, in a way, even though this is like ultimately reliable because you can trade it in. So I don't know. I'm not a Demon Hunter guy. I don't know. I don't play Quest Demon Hunter. Oh, this card. Okay. So number 1, I don't know the functionality of this card. Is anybody out there an expert on Battle Cry order proccing? Anybody know Battle Cry? Like, can this swap itself? Because here's the thing, like Battle Cries interact in a weird way where, you know, sometimes they do unexpected things. They can like resolve before you expect and stuff. Like it resolves before the minions on board. But here's the deal, right? With this Battlecry check, so like there's 2 points to this Battlecry, right? Like the beginning of the Battlecry and the end of the Battlecry, right? At the beginning of the Battlecry, I'm assuming it's checking the attack and the health, versus at the end of the Battlecry, and it's not there when it checks, but it's there as it resolves, if that makes sense. But maybe that check and resolve all happens right at the end. Everybody in chat is saying yes. Battlecries trigger before the body enters. So that's what I'm actually saying, is that if the Battlecry triggers before the body enters, it's not the lowest attack minion. Because it's not there. There is still debate in chat. A lot of people very confidently early said yes, but then other people came in later and said no. Okay, let's think of a good example that's similar. What's a good example? So, let's see. Somebody in chat said... It's the whole point of the card? Not necessarily. I mean, maybe, but that's what we're debating. It's in a class that has 1/1s for free. That could be the point of the card, right? Vol'jin's different because Vol'jin represents itself. This doesn't inherently reference itself. This references any generic lowest attack minion, right? The same thing with like Twilight Acolyte. Those all reference themselves. So that's baked into it, like, obviously. This does not reference itself. It wouldn't be... Okay, so let's be clear. It's not swapping health ever, guys. So it's not an 8-2. It's a swapping attack. So I'm saying if my opponent has a 5-5, and I have no other minions on board, the only thing on board is a 5-5, will this become a 5-8 and make that a 2-5? Or will it not reference itself? Because it hasn't been on board yet. Is there a good... Somebody said an example with Priest Dragon. Hold up. If this were the only minion on board and it still swapped, it would just swap from a 2 to a 2. It wouldn't do anything. Because it is both the highest attack and lowest attack. Has no reference to health whatsoever. I mean, to me, intuitively, you would want the card to perform that way, right? You would want it to make it a 2-5 and a 5-8. That would be the kind of like most intuitive, most useful use case for the card. So that's my inclination, is to lean into that, because that's like the most obvious kind of explanation. But I'm trying to think if there is an example. Guardian Aug Merchant can't deal 1 damage to himself. Well, that's because of a targeting limitation, though. This, again, is not actually targeting. This is just resolving an automatic condition. Why even argue about it? Well, number one, this is not an argument. No one is arguing. We're discussing to learn and understand how things work to better our understanding and knowledge of the game. It's a very strange thing to have umbrage with, I feel like. I mean, what's wrong with discussing it? I don't understand. We just want to learn. We're trying to understand how it works. There are a lot of other cards that specify other minions in their battle cry, implying if other wasn't there, it would give it to itself. Well, number one, I don't know that it needs to specify other, because it's specifying based on a condition, right? Like, it may not need to, because it's just always a condition. I mean, that is kind of true, though. It could say swap the attack of the highest and lowest health other minions, but that doesn't really... That sounds kind of weird. The 8 health gives away their intent. Wait, why does the 8 health give away their intent? I feel like the 8 health actually sort of suggests that it wouldn't swap, because it's a really good, nice health total. If they thought it were coming down as a 5-8, that makes it very, very strong. Whereas if they thought it were coming down as a 2-8 always, then that would be a more balanced health total. Is that what you mean? Because if you think it works and it comes down as a 5-8 all the time, you're like, oh, crap, that's really good. Because it's both debuffing and being very, very good on board. If it was a 2-5, then I'd be like, oh, well, maybe it doesn't get the stats. Or maybe it does get stats because, like, oh, 5-5 is more reasonable. Oh, you're saying it doesn't come down as a 5-8, so it needs the upside. So you actually are arguing it doesn't interact with itself. 2-mana 1/1 Paladin card that takes the stats from the highest attack and health card. Argent Braggart? Yeah, but Argent Braggart doesn't need to consider itself. That's the thing, because it's a 1/1 at a base, and it only gains. It doesn't... Is there no good example in the game that matches this up perfectly? Battle cries trigger after the card is in play, meaning the body is present in the field. The body is present in the field for like AoE battle cries because they can damage themselves if it doesn't specify other. Other is a word that specifies. Battle cries occur after the minion enters play. That's in the official Hearthstone wiki.
Boys, make
That
some
is
room
that
by
would
the
imply the
hearth.
status here. The only thing I have a question is like, is there a separate phase of like checking versus resolving? So is it like, you know what I mean? Like, is it looking at the numbers before it lands, or is it looking at the numbers after it lands? I still think it becomes a 5/8 for the record. Like, I maintain it's a 5/8. But apparently some people in chat do not think it's a 5/8. It would be crap if it doesn't swap. I don't know. I mean, I don't actually think it's that good even if it does swap, honestly. There's still like some conditionality and some like awkward moments for it, maybe. Silas can rotate himself. That's a good example. Another positive example that it would become a 5/8. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a 5/8. I think it's 5/8. I don't see any reason it wouldn't be. I think it's the most intuitive, as I said earlier, I think it's the most intuitive explanation. I think it's the most reasonable explanation. I think it's a 5/8. I just wanted to entertain it. I don't think it was super clear. So it is interesting that it, you know, it could just say swap the attack of the highest health, or swap the attack of the highest attack minion and this minion to have kind of a fixed debuff of 2. Like, it does play into like 0 attack minions and stuff, right? Like, there are ways to make it better because of that, but it is interesting that they didn't just go for the arguably simpler. It's not that much simpler though. True, it would not be redistributing. That's true. Maybe it's a flavor decision. Yeah, that makes sense. Because they're clearly redistributing from among others as a thief and pirate. So yeah, that might actually be the reason. Yeah. Okay, anyway, we can move on. We spent too long on that. Just wanted to entertain it. Proving Grounds, this is cool, like a double recruit. I actually think this is really cool with like... Proving Grounds seems really cool with the big demon for Demon Hunter. It's like a 7/9. The Pit Commander, right? Like, if you hit a Pit Commander or 2... like, they're not going to kill each other, right? But they might also summon other big demons. The problem is, like, if you want to run this deck, you might need Ancient Voidhound in there, and the Ancient Voidhound would kill this, and then it's like, you got a kind of a low-health Ancient Voidhound. But, you know, if you build your deck in a really specific way where multiple things survive against each other, summoning 2 of them would be pretty cool. Because you could have Death Wardle upsides, summon upsides, end-of-turn upsides like that, and then pop off pretty big. Don't they both get to attack? The way it works with Duel is they just smack each other. They don't attack and then re-attack. It's not like Mercenaries. We've got Mercenaries stuff in our brain. Well, that Mercenaries isn't even like that, except unless you're playing Grom or Garrosh. They just deal the one-time damage. They both resolve the attack. That's my guess. Gray Sage Parrot, big spell stuff for Mage. It's probably going to be too slow, but I'll have a lot of fun with it. Looks cool. Is that it? Oh, man, I think that's it. Did I miss anything? No, I think we're good. I feel like I didn't talk about all the parrots, but maybe I did. Yeah, cool. I didn't really assess the Paladin card. I still don't love it, even though it's a 5/8, we think. I still don't love it. We did Sucker Thing, yeah. All right, Duels time. Good chat about cards. Thanks for hanging out. I know not everybody enjoys that, but it's fun for me. I like getting people's takes and getting other opinions and stuff. When I do card reviews, it's always just me. I don't have any time or chance to to glean other people's takes, which I think is actually a more fair way to do it. You know, if you have a day to read everybody's opinions and such, it's not really predictive anymore, right? It's valuable to assess. Like you know, you get a lot of balanced takes, but ooh, fun RuneSpear shenanigans, huh? Let's see, what are we gonna do? Man, it almost feels like Duels is kind of not worth that much trouble because we're getting so many like crazy updates Tuesday, but well, we can still dig out a fun run here and there.
Catch a star rating for
Should we do like a try-hard run?
2-star red from the review though.
Kind of want to do a legendary run. Oh, no, Sam. No, 3 stars. It actually, it's funny you say that. It was 2, and as I was editing it, I really regretted my assessment. I was like listening to it in the edit, and I was like, no, this is better than 2. I did it too hard. So I decided to give it 3 stars in my brain, and I didn't have time to re-edit. So I re-record and re-edit. So I just intentionally cut the score, and I knew I could fix it with you later. So mark it as 3. Mark it as 3. I basically had a regret. I was like, no, it's just it draws a card. It can't be only 2. So good read though, because it was gonna be 2 based on the review. You'd be good at Metacritic, like guessing what stuff is. I want to do like a legendary warrior. Just sounds fun, kind of easy and chill, right? Legendary warrior. We'll get a bunch of cheap legendaries and stuff. Play for Discs of Legend. Make a go of it like that. Cheap legendaries, good legendaries, etc. I don't think we need Cho. Can we get away? Can we get away with running Millhouse Manastorm, guys? I don't think so, but there is a part of me that wants to. I kind of don't hate it in a way. Well, here's all the legendaries I want. That actually is probably enough, right? I don't think I need anything too crazy beyond this. I don't hate like some of these 3-drop ones. Even a 2-drop would be intriguing. But I think we'll be all right. Yeah, I don't think we need ETC. So let's just add good cards on top of this, like some brawls. Athletic studies is really good. What else do we like? We like stage dive. It's not bad. It's actually pretty good. Rokar is good, and Renthak are both good, so you can do that. Card draw's important to have. Could do like a harbor scamp. I don't really have any pirates though. Minefield's pretty good removal. Cargo guard's a fine card. What do you guys like here? Coerce maybe. Hey, Heartless Ghosty with 15 months. Oh, thanks, Heartless Ghosty. That's nice. Heavy plate, cycle and armor. Shield blocks, fine. War Cash is fun. Maybe a good weapon. Outriders is a good draw and a good weapon. That's a cool idea. Sword Eater's a good card. Maybe we just take a Sword Eater. Anything that's really good with our hero power, we can bounce off of. You know, use the hero power, for instance. Definitely wouldn't mind a 2-drop. Maybe like a Wand Maker. I think the 2s in Warrior aren't as good though, right? I feel like the 2s aren't as exciting. Cold Neophyte is fine. Warrior Prime's not in. It's not in Duels. It has a different rotation than Standard. Which is definitely confusing because this is one of the most common questions we get. No problem asking it. I'm happy to answer. It's confusing, but very common question for sure. You know, something like this is actually probably better than we think with this Warrior hero power. So maybe I should take like Venomous Scorpid. Seems like it's maybe sleeper good with the hero power because of the poisonous. Discover's fine, right? Maybe we could do Pandaren for Discover as well. We could do like a Discover backup in case we get like Stake the Claim or whatever. Staking a claim. You know? Go for like a minion discover thing. I don't have that many other discover options is the problem. Yeah, probably not worth. This looks okay to me. Little heavy on the curve with no 1s and 2s. Right? Like, is there a good 1 or 2 that I'd love to fit in here? Armorsmith, Deckhand. Envoy's okay. Armor Vendor. I don't know. I think I could end up being pretty aggressive, so I don't know if Armor Vendor is really worth. Yeah. I was like kind of eyeing Cult Neophyte, bumper cars, fine. Armorer, Man at Arms, not in love with anything. The weapon discount pirate. I mean, she is good, but I don't know if I have anything to cut. I like where we're at. I mean, we are pretty late game. We don't really need a Rattlegore or a Crash for the record. Maybe we cut Crash. I like his armor game, but he is pretty slow. Yeah, it's fine. We'll figure it out. This works. We'll find armor and life gain somewhere along the way as warrior. And I still want to be kind of on the forefront and more aggressive, I suspect. So I like this. Got hit today with a Swamp King Dread plus Hunter Mount. Oh, sick. So it was immune every time it ate? Oh, wow. That's cool, dude. Oh, that sounds fun. Yeah, I like that a lot. That's really, really fun. Yeah, we can use this to draw Runthak, right? Just coin and stuff. Yeah, this is fine. Will I need armaments in that case? I can keep it, whatever. We have a 1, 2, 3, 4 here, so seems good. Shaman is scary, always. Hopefully they play 2 small things to make my Rokara exciting. If so, we'll Rokara this turn, of course, as opposed to Mangrik. That's not a small thing. Is it worth Rokara-ing that guy? So Rokara hit here. She becomes a 3/3. So she would hit this and not die, but it'd be a pretty easy cleanup for it later. I think I'd rather just Mangrik now, maybe soften this up so that Rokara makes more sense on a future turn, right? Yeah, that's fine too. But I kind of wanted the 1/2 to live, so Rokara had another target, right? Yeah, we need Olga this game, I think. Probably just gonna fall too far behind here, I'm afraid. If Scorpion makes sense to target the 2/5, we could definitely go that route. Okay, it kind of does, but also Rokara is not bad again. Maybe we can just get away with a Rokara here instead to create more pressure. Make them think about it. She's not great anymore. Like I said, that 1/2 on board would have been a nice bonus. Armaments. We don't really need armaments so much. I might prefer to play the Scorpid, find some life gain, find whatever. We'll see. No more tickets. Nimbus is slow. They're gonna face tank for 6? Oh, we'd like to see that. That is very nice. Wow, Rokara is scary. This is actually really good armaments now. I was thinking armaments wouldn't make sense, but it's fine now. On curve, clears the board, etc. Really, really cool. So guys, if you don't know, I'm still trying to make this a well-known thing. Check chat. If you care about other games at all, I've been doing some variety streams over on YouTube and put up a video yesterday for Guardians of the Galaxy. I've been playing it. Check it out in chat right now. It's a link. Go bookmark that later. Go sub to that channel if you like watching other games, because I want to play more and it's really fun, and that's where that lives. It's like I'm going for all these hand buffs. So they're kind of not necessary, right? I sort of want to just go for more pressure here. But I don't know. Runthak's actually fairly high pressure anyway. Makes next turn very scary. Casual or paid run? I really only do heroic. We had to do casual the other day because it was bugged. Heroic was bugged, but I don't do casual otherwise. So pretty much always expect it to be heroic if you're watching me play duels. I don't always try hard, but we always heroic, if that makes sense. I don't know if I have a great way to deal with all this. Counterspell possibility here? Like, what is this nonsense? Rokara, huh? I mean, Rokara's solid, I guess. Can kill this and... Well, actually, can I always kill that? Hold up. Oh, I'm an idiot. I could have buffed Rokara. Oh, whoopsie. I mean, I want this buffed by Rokara, so it's not like inherently wrong. It's just I don't know. I think it's better to get Rokara buffed, probably, right? I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Actually, Mirror Entity... Oh, no, not Mirror Entity, because we played Rokara. Yeah, this is fine. We'll use this and try to snipe the... Oh! Even better! I love it. Could be Spellbender? Cool. Saved. Actually saved. Oh, just rigged fair game. That's probably fine, actually. We're still at 15. Yeah, this is fine. Miniset or Diablo Duels update first? Technically Miniset probably, but both on day one. Functionally, you may not notice the difference. Oh, wow. What a hyper efficient answer there. Jeez. Shockingly clean. Ugh. Man, this is really big, by the way. All of these are really big. I'm gonna just try to Lotheb snipe, right? It's either one of these dying. It's not that actually much difference in damage. So. Could go slam, but I don't have anything big enough to kill this in its own right, so whatever. I would have preferred to hit the 2-6, of course. That's great. If not, I think we're fine. Grom next turn we can use to bounce off anything, and it should be a kill because he's already a 7-12. He's looking pretty meaty regardless. Yep, cool. That's what makes Grom so freaking good in these decks, man. All right, we got there. Pretty cool. What would happen if there were a Spellbender? I think the enemies would attack the 1/3. I don't know that I would have got a minion back. I don't actually know how that works. Okay, staking a claim. I mean, we have a few Discover cards, right? We put in a couple. We got Scorpid, Studies, and Importer. Will I be able to gain a significant amount more than that? Potentially. I mean, Grom's Arm Guards aren't good enough. That just sucks. Potion of Sparking. I don't think there's enough upside. I really don't have that much rush. It's Rokara, Run Back, and Studies. But I don't even think the 1 damage is really all that meaningful. I actually think Staking a Claim is just better. And we'll look for Discover in particular, right? Well, here's the rush package we needed. Here's the rush package we needed. Well, I mean, yeah, Potion of Sparking's looking better all of a sudden now. I think I like this better because I still want to play for Discs of Legend, right? And ETC plays for that. Stage Dive's card draw. 10 Trasher's fine. Like, this is good. I like the Anchorman a lot. Like, if I could switch the Anchorman to the 10 Trasher, I would. But I think I like the top half of this a little better because Stage Dive's just really good to cycle and hit my big key Rokaras and Runthaks, which always seem to be the kind of really powerful plays in this kind of deck. So Staking Claim's a really good deck. I mean, really good treasure if you build into it. Like, you know, Hunter can do some crazy stuff. I don't know if we're going to be able to find as much success there. Just not as much Discover in Warrior, and I don't know if we'll have even reliable boards for it. You know, there's a few kind of checks on its power level. All right. I don't think I need Mukla. He's really there for once we get, whatchamadude? Discs, if we get it. Man, you guys, did you take a close look at the Duels changes? They're so crazy.
Welcome.
So crazy. So much stuff coming. Hey, you know what I should do? I should put my YouTube videos in my Moobot. I don't know why I don't do that. Let me do that. I have some in the past, but I don't know if I have.
Time zone. Duels videos are my favorite.
Let's see. Hey, Don Dakin, thanks for the kind words. And Zivoso with 3-month sub. Duels videos are your favorite. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, me too, frankly. I've really been enjoying Duels a lot lately. What changes are coming to Duels? I did a big video on it, but to recap, like 20 treasures are getting either buffed or shifted around, like the passives and stuff. I can't provide all the details off the top of my head, but go check my YouTube for the giant patch video and you'll see the details. Diablo's coming for a bit. It's going to be free to unlock all the stuff that's normally not free to unlock. So all the Skullomance heroes passives, or not hero powers and signature treasures are going to be free. You don't have to have the unlocks. Like right now you got to collect like 40 epic cards or whatever crazy unlock that's normally there. Next week they're going to not have those. So you can kind of go in and play Duels. You still need cards to build a deck, right? So it's not like you don't have any check, but it's going to be a great time for people to explore and hang out and play Duels. Ryan with the Prime sub. Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate that. Really cool. They made Diablo unlocks based on doing things as Diablo, and I think that might be how they want to do unlocks in the future. I sure hope that's the case. That would be great news, I think, if you didn't have to have arbitrary collection checks. Because Duels is already monetized through your cards, and Heroic is monetized as a gold sync or just paying outright for runs, much like Arena. So, you know, I don't think they need the extra check. What Blizzard needs is different for them than for me, of course. But, you know, as a third-party observer, it doesn't feel like they should need the extra check on monetization when you already have people's cards being the function. They got to unlock cards. They got to open packs, right? That's what makes it work. And in Arena, of course, you don't have that check. So Arena has a gold sync, but then Duels also has the gold sync. And then Duels also has currently anyway, the hero power upgrade unlocks for managing your collection and stuff, like having 40 epics and all that nonsense. So, you know, it just becomes this overwhelming amount of things you have to do to play Duels. And now at least one major one is going away, which is awesome. And then casual Duels you can play for free, of course, which Arena doesn't have, to be fair. Gotta remember that. I think I'm gonna go face. We don't really need that many more cards to win, and damage will definitely matter. And hopefully this really slows them down. Use those 6 mana bananas. I dare you. 6 mana banana sounds like a band or something. Do you think that unlocks are a sign that this incarnation of Duels will be rotating soon? I thought about that. I don't know. Like maybe they're just gonna give them away like a month before it rotates or something, right? I hope that would be the case, because I would love to play more new Duel stuff. Also, though, I would hope it's a sign of a change in the fundamental policies of the monetization, so that you know, it's freer, more accessible, let's say, in the future as well. So, kind of, I guess, would be good and bad. You need to chill out. I don't even know. I don't think I'll need Samuro, right? I mean, he's gonna get buffed, so maybe. I don't really need any of those, so it's like, well, if he's gonna get buffed, I guess. Sure. I don't have another weapon, so no need to attack quite yet. We can attack on the same turn as Grom or whatever. Okay. So Varden was actually a really good minion-based answer to that board state. I was kind of hoping we'd shut them out and just be able to push for a lethal soon, but Varden definitely created the stall necessary there. Oh my god! They got a Varden in their first bucket. So now they have 2 Vardens. Come on. That's nonsense, I tell you. Yeah, here's the Samuro we were talking about, right? Do I actually want to use Runthak though? Frozen minions can do this, we've learned. So I could just go Runthak to buff everybody again. I don't inherently need to Samuro. I could attack face so that I don't have to even worry about the freeze dude if that's not what connects. And then maybe just develop some threats, right? Like boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I think I like that better actually, yeah. Because we'll buff the board with the Scorpid. I mean, maybe I hit this to protect my board? I don't know, I gotta think about it. Oh. This is already... I don't know how the double freeze here works, to be honest. It will be unfrozen, yeah, okay, it should. Because it still had the chance to attack this turn, so that freeze reapplication doesn't change the turn, which is disrupted by the freeze. Yes, that makes sense. Okay. Cool.
I have things you never knew you wanted.
Still like this face damage, right? Combo with Grom in particular, so we're just saving the weapon until it seems like it might be a lethal. New game mode idea where you could use and mix any class of cards. I mean, that sounds cool in theory. It's just balance becomes enormous headaches, right? So many like cross-class kind of interactions and stuff really might mess with things. But I am definitely in favor of more sandboxy stuff for Hearthstone, yeah. As long as there's no expectations about, you know, competitive balance and such. That's already a headache in Wild as is, let alone, oh boy. Let alone, you know, with across all classes and everything too. I mean, do I just play for Kolvalar maybe? I don't really need Astral Portal in this deck. It's not actually bad though, because I can always use Button, especially if I get something big. I'm torn. I love Astral Portal. I don't know. I'm gonna tell you guys the secret for why I always pick Astral Portal. Okay, there's a reason I've been unwilling to acknowledge, but it is the real reason I always take Astral Portal. It's because I've yet to use this in a thumbnail, but I think it would make a sick thumbnail. But there's never been a run that was punctuated by Astral Portal where it was like a really big standout moment. So I'm waiting for the first time I can put Astral Portal in a YouTube thumbnail. Like when I have that big Astral Portal moment, you know? And it just hasn't happened yet. Let's see. No Discover here, right? No Discover. So I kind of like the Flyer and the Coerce. It's just good like minions and good. And the Farwatch Post we can't use their button, but still it seems okay. This is kind of a rush package for Watley. I mean, we have a dragon, we have a pirate, we have a mech. So Watley's pretty good reload. Tin Trashers are fine. Bumper Car's another mech. I mean, I got ETCs. Maybe the rush stuff here is actually pretty good. It's just be like double ETC later off discs. Bumper car could be a win condition, right? That could win a game for us. I like creating those opportunities to win games in a duels deck, right? Where it's like, I need to steal a win here and there. That's a way to steal a win, right? This is going well so far, by the way. Great little early run. Button does not work on posts. Yeah, the text overwrites the button. It's really down to the button not saying force. For some reason it works with freezes. I don't know. Feel free to debate the logic of that amongst yourselves. I have no idea. But it does not work with watch posts. We've tested it, but it does work with freeze for whatever reason. Sticky fingers. Okay. Don't want to play these studies yet, actually. We want to save that probably for a buff, I think. I was hoping to snipe Rokara or a low drop here, right? Instead of getting the run back from that mulligan, so that's unfortunate. Man, all these 5s. I really need a 2-drop. Pandaren would be cool. I'd definitely play a bumper car. Scorpion's great for next turn, so we'll probably hang on to that. Again, I'm going to hold this until I can get a buff out of it. It's a little greedy because, you know, I'm going to be sacrificing a mana, basically. You might say, well, it's going to discount. But yeah, but I could have banked that discount now, right? As opposed to discounting same turn or whatever. So hopefully we can flex in and find some mana to do that and get a buff out of it at the same time. So this becomes a 2/4. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Oh, the Septatron, thanks for the 5 bits. How would you feel if they added some Diablo other franchise likenesses to standard heroes that ruin the WoW flavor? I don't know. Not inherently, you know. I think I'd be cool with it if they were like re-envisioned to be, you know, authentically, reasonably World of Warcraft fits. You know, for Diablo, for instance, like, he doesn't look exactly like demons in World of Warcraft, but it's not out of the realm of possibility that this giant medieval looking demon dude is existing in the Warcraft universe, you know. So that one's fine for me. So for instance, if they did like, I don't know, let's say Reinhardt from Overwatch, right? He's this big mech suit looking guy, whatever, you know, he's got big armor that's like modernized. But if they made that into a like medieval knight and he looked like Reinhardt and they called him Reinhardt, but he just had like normal Warcraft paladin armor that was, you know, inspired by his look in Overwatch, but he could still reasonably be explained to fit in the Warcraft universe, I'd be totally okay with that. You know, that kind of crossover. And it was like, if it's Tracer, but she has like magical teleporting thingies in her chest instead of like the little portal thing she has in Overwatch, right? Like, oh, sure, yeah, I could live with that, you know? I think that would be completely fine. If Tracer's like a mage, you know, instead of a fancy, you know, teleporter person from the future. Like Zeratul, sure. If Zeratul was like a faceless, you know, like Zeratul kind of look like, you know, they look a bit like faceless, kind of. I don't know about faceless exactly, but you know what I mean? If there's some Warcraft creature that could be reasonably modeled after Zeratul, sure. Why not? Oh, stay alive, 5-1. Stay alive. Yes. That's my stance. Other people wouldn't care at all if Reinhardt showed up in Hearthstone. So it's not something I'd like lose sleep over, you know? Not gonna go crazy, but that would be my personal preferences. I could play Rokara and then Athletic Studies, huh? Yeah, that's probably better. Is this always Rokara? I got Bumper Car already. I got Runthak. Oh, it could be Tent Trasher. That means no Runthak then. I mean, I don't know. It's a 50-50. It might be worth. I could still fill in with a Bumper Car just fine. Let's just see. Okay, no luck. No luck. Man, I even play ETC here, though? Oh, wait, I can still play this. It's 3 mana. Oh, my God. Never mind, this is even better. What was I talking about? This is perfect. Maybe even better than Rokara. Yeah, whatever. I don't know. This is fantastic. Rokara was fine. Like, I love Rokara. This is really good too. Cool. Wasn't WoW chock full of pop culture character references turned into WoW characters? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, even like Godzilla is, you know, it's clearly Godzilla. I mean, it's got more heads and stuff, but you get the idea. Like, names and so many things are based off of pop culture. So yeah, that's why I don't think it'd be out of the spirit, right? I just basically would want to retain the sort of visual identity of a medieval fantasy game, if that makes sense. Beyond that, not stressed about it, you know. It's always this freaking card every time. Can I win it all with like ETC here? Not really, right? I mean, I might just play ETC with the Runthak, though, to deal a little bit of extra damage to set up for a win later. I think I need to kill a few of these, though, so I don't die next turn as much as I can prevent it. Now, theoretically, if I went Runthak Bumper Car, could I clear more? No, not really, because Bumper Car can't clear one on its own. It's not buffed. Oh, but it would be buffed with Runthak attacking first. Never mind. I think we ought to do that. We can ETC next turn. So yeah, we better maximize our clear potential here so we don't die. I think this feels better. Marginally better. Not great by any means, but seems like this might be just enough mana to survive. Shame we haven't hit a Lotheb this game. That would be the perfect counter here to the Priest, I think. 12 is certainly not out of reach. We've died from a lot higher totals than this from 6 mana, but it's 12. It's not nothing. Not nothing. My opponent damaged that minion first and then got... Why didn't they... I just realized they condemned after... I'm not... Am I losing it here a little bit? Did they have a weird order there, or am I mistaken? How much damage do we have? 9? How much is this? Is this lethal? Yeah, it wasn't order. Okay, yeah. I just processed it. Like, they only had 5 voids and not more. I feel like they could have had more. So if this hits, I kind of want this to die, right? I can get 2 more of these. I am too lazy to do this math right now. I don't actually know if this is lethal or not. If I hit the 0-3, I get 2 bonus damage, right? I did hit the 0-3. I don't know. I might have actually not gotten a lethal here because of the way I did this. Oh no. Okay. Oh no, this one doesn't deal damage. Oh no, it's not a lethal. Shoot! Oh no! I needed to bounce Runthak, I think, and I had a guaranteed lethal, maybe.
Watch out, Regis.
Yeah, if I'd bounced Runthak, because he could have value traded always. That was the guarantee. I needed a button Runthak because he always survived a trade. I also needed to not play Mukla because I just gave them bananas that could kill me. But that's a whole separate conversation. The bananas were a mistake. That's 2 extra damage, maybe even 4 extra damage because of the dude. Yeah, I had to bounce the Runthak because Runthak could have attacked twice. Needed to play the 7-6. Well, no, if the 3-5 went face and didn't die, it actually did less damage than dying, right? Because the attack only dealt 3. The 2 dudes left behind would have dealt 4, right? Well, I guess there is the other side of that, though, where the rush minion from hand would have dealt an additional 2 as well. So maybe only that's 2. I don't know. I had lethal if I just Runthak buttoned, because Runthak always value trades. I could have traded in the 3-5, still could have ran in the 2 rush minions to the little dude, but I would have been able to net a second attack from Runthak that still went face, so Runthak would have dealt a total of 7 instead of 5, because by buttoning the thing and missing the 50-50, I only dealt 2 when I could have dealt more on the button. So the button didn't do any extra damage, basically, whereas it would have if I hit Runthak. That was the distinction that we missed. Man, I'm going to die because I didn't kill them there. I'm going to lose. I don't have a lethal here. I mean, they haven't killed me yet either, but they're really close. Bananas are just 2 damage. Shouldn't have played Mukla. I just panicked. But yeah, we missed lethal. It's just the Runthak. That's all we had to do. I don't know if the War Song was lethal. I think it would have still came up short. Because you needed the button to do damage, and with, well, I guess it still would have been able to hit the 0-2. So I would have had 3, 4 ETCs is, I don't know, it doesn't matter. We missed lethal. Runthak was lethal for sure. Just Runthak, trade, attack, attack. 2-1-1s, boom, boom. You're good. Oh man, they are just not killing me somehow. Wow, did they really not have lethal here with the bananas? Like, even buffing my own dudes would have dealt 2 damage to my face. They didn't have any other spells. They only needed 3 more damage for 5 mana. I'm just stunned that they didn't have it.
Be quick.
I mean, these bananas deal damage. I don't know. Whatever. We got bailed out there. I was frankly literally just too lazy to count, and we missed lethal. I thought we had it. I thought we had excess. We didn't. And then they just somehow didn't kill me. I don't know.
Loving all the content.
Very strange game.
Duels and Guardians of the
Oh
Galaxy.
my god, we did not get Discs of Legend, but we did get Manastorm. I mean, I'm taking it, right? I mean, Battle Totem's probably technically better because it's kind of insane with like Lotheb and Deckhand and Pandaren and Scorpid. It's kind of insane with all of those, but I mean, I gotta take Manastorm because it's like, who cares about being good right now? I honestly don't have the best deck for it, so we need to draft really fat now. We need to draft as fat as possible, which this looks like the fattest draft, right? Because this is actually maybe 2 big taunt minions we could do, some mid-game minions. So yeah, this is the fattest draft. We basically want a mulligan for Rattlegore and Grom every game. Some decks are going to get out ahead of us, by the way, and just own us. I don't think this is like a path to 12 wins. This is a path to a really fun 5 wins. So we'll do our best. I need a triple Rattlegore bucket for the first time in my life. Imagine that. There are some big, expensive active treasures we could get as well, right? Oh, Watley's actually really good. Scorpion's not bad. Barov, I guess I could keep as an emergency as well in case my opponent builds a big board on the opener, so that I have enough mana to count, or enough removal to counter that, right? So yeah, actually, I'm gonna literally keep this hand, because this turns into more stuff. This turns into more stuff, and this is kind of a counter to an early push. So I am going first, so I'm gonna be playing these 2, I guess. Hopefully. Maybe like a Watley and a Tint Trasher or something, right? Just whatever, moderately large things. Crystal Gem! Oh, Crystal Gem, you fool. Oh! Is this the game, finally? Oh my god, Astral Portal. Okay, I mean, it's not my favorite, but alright, whatever. Okay, those were not good draws, by the way. Tint Trasher's totally fine, but I mean, I'm gonna be able to buff this board with Scorpid if they stick, which they may not. You know, they may have plenty of removal. Who knows? Oh, raid the docks. That's actually probably good news for us because they're very thin pirate deck. They might just be out of cards immediately. And they might just have really low cost cards, right? So we may just be able to race. Kind of go over the top here. Just buff and ignore and hit really hard. Because they may not have brawls and things that are useful. Oh, that's pretty good if it snipes. That could, well, there's not a great target. Even the 5/4 is not the dream target here. They're basically out of, oh, that's a good draw though, actually. Yeah, that's a really good draw though. So that's a Mac, and this is a Scorpid. So I can make this cheap, but it won't be buffed, but it doesn't really need to be buffed. That's fine. It's better that it's cheap, probably, right? Oh, tradable seems good. Yeah, we need more cards. We won't need Brawl because we kept the bear off, right? So tradable seems just fine. Reload here. Runthak's nice. Tradable's nice. I mean, surely we're gonna have more depth than them, right? Like better top decks. We've already won the board pretty firmly. Ingerman's pretty good though. You go 2 for 1 here. Draws a card as well. I mean, Armaments at the moment is definitely the superior presence, but still not bad. Oh, those were good hits. I mean, the 4-1 now contests the 4-4, I guess, but and his weapon contest. Maybe those weren't good hits. Hit my boy. Hit my boy. No. They're keeping up better than I expected, honestly, guys. I'm kind of nervous, to be frank. A little bit nervous. Actually, let's do this first because we may just get the big buff thing we want to play. Okay, quiet. Let's see what this finds us. Okay. It's not amazing again. Like, I'm just kind of, you know. We're doing all right. We're in a fine spot. We're ahead. We're winning. It's just not like home runs yet, you know. That said, they have a coin they can't use and only 2 other cards. So it still feels like we're very much ahead. Turning face, does that mean you're equipping a different weapon? Oh, yeah. And what is that? Shiver their timbers. Coin, shiver their timbers, concede is what I think we're gonna see here. I don't know if that's right, but just cruel task. Okay, not bad. Double battle cry makes that intriguing. Hit the 4/5. Oh, that's good too, actually. That's fine. Ooh, ETC's nice. Yeah, I guess we'll just start pushing here for damage, right? Oh, big fat taunts. That's what we needed. Yes. So I value the damage more than the buff on ETC here, so we'll go this way. Then we'll hit face a couple times. Okay. Good, good, good. Getting close. Those are nice fat taunts. That's what we wanted, right? Like full mana taunts. That's why that was such a good pick for us. Wow. Cool. Good Manastorm game, honestly. We definitely favored out there. Big stuff, big stuff, big stuff. I mean, I think I like Blade here because I can re-spend that mana over and over again, right? Like if I get it early and I need to fill my turns, it just keeps getting added back to hand, so I always have 4 more mana to spend. Canopic Charge is kind of cool, but it's a little bit more unreliable. I think I just like the Blade to fill in the gaps on mana. It's kind of like drawing a card every 2 turns or whatever. The buff is fine, whatever, that's cool too, but not really the goal. Oh, interesting. I mean, this isn't bad, right? I actually have dragons to recruit. I have, well, I'm getting 1, but also 2 Tent Trashers, so this would be fine on its own. Oakheart could recruit this. I mean, even if Oakheart just recruits like a bumper car and an ETC and a, I don't know, whatever. What do I have for 3? Mancrick or something, that's fine. This isn't bad either, though. I mean, Batterhead's like not a threat, though. It's more reactive. I think I want threats, and these feel more like threats, right? So, yeah, I think this is it. It's not perfect, but it's not bad. I'm gonna take a pee break, guys. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go talk to wife for a second and be right back, and we'll continue this run. All right, let's roll. Manastorm it up. You know, it's funny. I almost put Millhouse in the stack. It could have been Manastorm squared. Ugh. And what's funny is, if I'd known we were gonna get Manastorm, it might have been okay because our opponent might have had like plenty of mana anyway. You know, if all they've got's a few 3-mana cards or something, we're gonna give them 10 mana regardless. Maybe it wouldn't have made a difference. That said, I still wouldn't really want the 2 mana 4/4 in my deck, but intriguing nonetheless. Do 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 do. Has anyone religious gotten mad at Regis being depicted as Jesus? I'm just glad you knew it was the Last Supper. I don't even think that many people realize that's a Last Supper reference. But no, I've never gotten any flack for it. To answer your question. I mean, I think Dragon Hatcher's okay. It's not like amazing though, right? If it gets Plague Proto Drake, it is amazing. If it gets Tint Trasher, you know, it's good. It's not like a home run though, opener. That said, I'm thinking about keeping it though, just because I may not play it this first turn, but I might want to play it like turn 2, turn 3, where I don't have a lot of good plays. And then, you know, we can go from there. If I had coin and I could play this and then still coin into Dragon Hatcher, that would be really nice. But I don't. But I think it's worth trying. Okay, Lothab actually is kind of cool. Might go Lothab information this first turn, seeing what happens and what they have. It's really crazy. Like if this card were printed today, it would be like a 6/6, right? Or maybe more. I don't know. I feel like it'd be huge though. If I go information, I don't know. Maybe I play the Dragon Hatcher and hope for the best. I still like this better though. Ultimate turn, Silverback Patriarch, bro. I mean, this is big. This is nice. It's not that threatening though. It's the same problem with Dragon Hatcher, right? It's still not like a big threat. Oh no! Oh, I've never actually been this countered in my life. Oh no! Oh god! The turn 1 Jiraxis, the ultimate counter. It's actually insane though, honestly. What's crazy is I could still win this, right? I could just hit face really hard, baby, and win this race. What was that card I clicked through? What was that coin? Oh, that's not bad. Oh, wow! That's a Hearthstone turn! Oh, man, that's actually a sick turn. I mean, this is garbage now, though, that I know that we got the best dragon out, right? Provoke is kind of nuts on the Proto Drake because I can like clear 2 of these and also get a minion and still hit face, right? Studies does buff my board again though. How much damage do I have? 8 and 9 is 17. I could go for Studies to buff my board again. Oh boy, that's a tough decision. Yeah, information creates the most value, but this creates almost as much value and it buffs my board, guys. I think I like this better. I think I go for this. I think I'm going to try to win the race. Everybody's ignoring the value of the buff, I think. Tradable here looks good.
Glory to the Horde!
My wife just made some horrifying sound and went, ah! Okay, that's not bad. Oh, we can trade now. Yeah, we might as well. But you can stage dive now. You can almost play it to Treasure now. Yeah, okay. I think we're still in a good spot, right? Like, pretty sticky board. The buffs enabled more damage to push through. Like, oh man, what is this? Twisting Nether, huh? Okay, I still get a big guy, though. That's maybe not so bad. Hopefully, anyway. Oh my god, it's an insane guy! That's amazing! Astral Portal. I think I just play this though to protect my dude, right? I mean, these together's pretty good too, though. Maybe, anyway. We don't know. I think it's got to be this to taunt, right? Like, to protect it. It's just too sensible. Like, it just works way too well. Because they don't have exactly single target removal, right? We're just going to hammer them next turn. It's basically negating the value of both this weapon and this minion on board as far as we can see. Okay. This is a game of titans. Manastorm makes the game really fun, by the way. Oh, okay. Hit theirs, please. There you go. Still not bad, actually. Still kind of awkward for them. They can kill one of the 1/3s with weapon. Oh, kill 2 of the 1/3s. Okay. Soulshear's still a pretty low impact card, I'd say, though. Is this actually dead? No, I have 1 treasure left. Okay. Need 5 damage, baby. Blade? Blade would be cool. Watley Rattlegore would certainly still be fine. Deal? All right. That's certainly fine. This is an actual match of titans. Silence? No. Oh, that's fine. Oh. Okay. Woo! We did it, team. Scary game, man. Honestly, not being on coin this game probably won us the game. Just being out on the forefront and being able to attack and making him be the reactor as opposed to us probably won us the game. Like, if we'd had to come into that board where he did all that crazy wide board stuff, would have been really tough. It's Looming Presence, right? We want card draw. That's great. It can help us refill off Manastorm. These actually make us too low. Yeah, it's all low curve. If this was the triple Rattlegore bucket, we'd take it. Otherwise, no. That was crazy. We got kind of lucky, honestly, to go first. I mean, if they played if they'd gone the other way around, I think if they built a board out first, even going second, we might have had a harder time. They went for the Jiraxis first, right? Instead of going for the board build out first. I guess, though, part of that was at 6/6 on board, so maybe it would have still been okay.
Versus Turalian. The light has forsaken you.
Oh my. I think this is a keep, right? It's great reload, great tutor, great threats. Like, this just looks awesome. Do I play O-Card on 1 or Proto Drake on 1? I mean, I think it's actually O-Card just because he's a 5/5 anyway. The stats are spread pretty far. Yeah, it's definitely O-Card. I would hope to not hit what? I don't know. Venomous Scorpion, I guess, would be a bad thing to connect on.
I cannot wait.
Let's see how much they got in their opener. What's so cool about this is, like, we have the advantage of knowledge for mulligans. Our opponents don't know that we have Manastorm when they mulligan. So they're, like, keeping all low-cost cards, right? And we're just keeping 9 drops. We don't care. Like, screw you, bro. We play 9 drops, man. Yeah, let's see. This feels right to me. Oh, Rokara and Runthak? Are you joking? What? What's the best way for me to do this right now, by the way? Does my Rokara always die? She always dies, right? Actually insane, though. Maybe I just take this cleanly. Let's just see what happens. Okay, that worked out. That's fine. Whatever. We don't need the Rokara. She buffs Runthak a little. That's cool. Okay, what an insane opener. Rokara and Runback on turn 1. That is absolutely bonkers, dude. Okay, barricade, sure. Tyrion. Oh, wait, did they have? That looked like the Tyrion was in hand already. Were they chilling on that Tyrion and didn't play it? That's what it looked like to me. I don't know about that, man. That seems crazy. Missed buff on mech. Oh, you're right, I did. Oh, yeah. I forgot to stage dive till the end. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I see ya. Okay, we're not gonna make that mistake again. Redemption, cool, okay. Rewarded for order for once. Oh god, I gotta speed up here a little. Okay. Fully hand buffed hand. Raldogor in hand. Yeah. Looking pretty good. Runback may die here, but that's not really a big concern. Tyrion would be bad still. Not a Tyrion. Alright. Yeah, it doesn't... Oh, that's a pretty good consecration in the scheme of things. It does draw me another card, though. Guess you kill the armaments here. Oh, you kill this and not draw me. Okay, sure. I think we just play Raldogor, right? And don't stress here. Whatever, right? It's all good. Feeling pretty good. My opponent has 0 cards. I have a hand full. I have a Raldogor on board. Just a plethora of domination. I don't know. This is a good spot to be in. Manastorm, dude. Poor Jared Durham. If you're out there, Jared Durham, I'm so sorry we did that to you. That wasn't fair. Okay. Give me a big old treasure and a big old bucket. Okay, it's reasonably large bucket, as is this actually. Yeah, I mean, these aren't like home runs, I'd say, but they're reasonably large. And the bulk up does give me additional resources, which is pretty nice. Do I have a lot of taunts beyond these, though?
Welcome, boys.
Sorta, but not really. That said, this is not meaty enough. I don't really think this is either. Shield Slam could get stranded very often. I think it's got to be this. It's not perfect, but it's suitable. It's actually fine.
Thanks to one of your streams, which gave me the idea.
Wow, nice, Netherguard, man. That's cool.
Sir.
That's great. Grats for the 12 wins. Donger out. Thanks to the Prime sub. Always happy to say those names on Twitch. The Sathatron with 5 bits. You jinxed it, and now we can't go 12-0. You've ruined it. You've absolutely screwed us.
This thing is not under faculty.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think that's reliable enough, right? Do we take Looming Presence as a backup plan? Yeah, sure. It's really, really important to have plenty of cards, so. Watley's good too. Okay, oh yeah, actually this is a pretty good hand. A lot of reload. A lot of ways to spend our mana. Hopefully they do not have a big pop off here. Yeah, let's see what this gets us. Actually, is there anything I'd play over Tent Trasher? Well, it doesn't matter, whatever. No order preference here. All right, so not quite as strong as the O-Card opener, but not bad. Get that chill 8-10 on turn 1. Oh, Wildfire already. Uh-oh. This is going to be the first mage in... Oh my god, are you serious? What? First mage in history, by the way, who gets to play all their 2-1s immediately. They're going to have so much mana to play 2-1s, which could honestly disrupt me a fair bit. They're kind of annoying to deal with. They are not that easy to deal with. Okay, this would be nice. Give me a, well, I don't know. Give me something cool. It's it's destined to be. It was written in the stars. I can't believe it. It was actually written in the stars, guys. Completely insane. Rokara seems like the best option here. I don't really care if this gets frozen too much. I just want to draw. Okay, cool. Go face. I'm only gonna get to freeze a fair bit of things, but that's kind of where we're at, so we'll adjust afterwards. We got Millhouse Manastorm in the Manastorm deck. How delightful. What a delightful thing. Hey, Scarog, thanks for the 500 bits. Wow, that's really nice, Scarog. Howdy right back at you. I used to say howdy a lot. I feel like I don't say howdy as much anymore. That's a... need to pull that one back into the repertoire, you know? Oh, I could have positioned better here, maybe. I don't know. Nothing's really that important. Maybe putting the armaments in between those two, 3 health would make sense, huh?
Just feed out Astral Portal
I think
for
so.
the thumbnail.
No, well, that would be the reason to put Astral Portal in there. Maybe I'll put a little teaser. Oh, that was good to deny an additional card draw. That was actually really powerful play, man. Okay, come on. This spirit is getting way too much value now. This is not chill at all. Okay. Oh, I was gonna play the Tin Treasure first. Oh, never mind. This is amazing. Scratch everything I said. This is fine. I didn't want to damage it. That's all. I just didn't want to damage it. That's all I was thinking about, guys. We want the tempo here. Yeah, they kind of have to be running out of gas, right? Yeah, let's just take the tempo here. Oh, that's not bad. Not a bad pickup. I need cards, of course, but not bad. So they're 26. I have a good board still. They have 3 real cards in hand. One they've had since the mulligan. I don't know what that is. It's not something that's like threatening or proactive, probably, or they would have played it because they've had plenty of spare mana. Okay, well, that's not terrible. Vendor, sure, yeah. Not bad. Bumper Bros, huh? Well, this feels like a Runthak. He's buffed enough to deal with Lothab, so we probably just take that route, right? Only bumper card getting buffed, but whatever. It's good and big and awesome. I'm gonna hold this just in case, right? We've got enough board to like set up a win here, so in case I need to hedge a little bit, I don't see any reason to push more. I think it's okay. 13 mana, yes, beautiful. Okay, man, Manastorm's better than I thought, guys. I thought it was kind of a meme and it would suck, but we're actually winning off the back of it pretty regularly. The mulligan advantage is so much more significant than I expected. This guy's big and stuff, but I think I like the cards, right? Oh, but it draws for my opponent too, which is pretty good. This is obviously dead. No, I guess I don't want to draw for my opponent because we're winning because we're running out of cards often. So I guess we'll take Sidekick. Definitely not bad. We'll have mana to play it, so it's just like a giant turn 1 sometimes. This is okay, but I don't think the mana costs are high enough to make my deck better, right? Anchorman was good. If it was 3 Anchormans, I'd probably take it, but instead I think we gotta go here. Greedy pickaxe looking good. That spicy pickaxe giving me all that extra juicy mana. Yum, yum, yum. Love the mana. Conditioning is always max rank. That is true. That's kind of cool. I still don't think it's too low impact for the record, but it is a cool interaction. Yeah, Crystal Gem is definitely not great against Manastorm. That does feel kind of evil to just completely negate our opponent's treasure. It is fun starting with 10 mana though. Like, imagine a sandbox mode where you could do this as a setting and like build decks for it and stuff. Man, that'd be fun to do every once in a while. Not every day, of course, but I still don't think this will go to 10. I think we'll hit a deck that has big stuff and they'll get out ahead of us, just like we're getting out ahead of people. It's kind of like whoever gets that big first wave to connect that seems to be winning. My opponents are playing stuff. I do have a little bit better reload, I guess. We're definitely manipulating our deck in a way to be favorable, but I think somebody will still get out against us. Maybe even multiple people. O card again. Ooh, and I have deckhand in hand. I could keep the deckhand in hand to manipulate the Oak Heart summon into a 2-attack minion, which might be literally either Rokara or Armaments in every scenario. I don't think that's worth it because I have to keep a deckhand in hand, right? I think I'd rather take my chances and try to mulligan this into something more significant, right? So, oh, there's Dragon Hatcher down here. Oh, true. Yeah, I think, man, I don't know. Dragon Hatcher's pretty good too, but it doesn't actually, oh no, it does interact. Oh, maybe it is worth it then. Because all three of those are pretty insane. Like, I'm kind of manipulating the Oak Heart. Oh, I don't know about this. Because this is so weak on its own. I don't know. This is kind of a shady call, but oh, that's a bad draw. Uh-oh. We might be all in on this Oak Heart, guys. I don't know. If the rogue has like that weapon that bounces stuff. What? Double time? I haven't seen double time hardly at all. Well, there's not some insane double time payoff 10 mana spell here, right? This may have been risky, guys. We may regret this. Oh, card draw is good. What was that? Double Silverleaf. Because of the double time. That's pretty wild. That's a good refill, but they're only spending 5 mana, huh? War Song's not great either. All right, this better pay off, man.
Onward, friends, to adventure.
I mean, those are certainly not bad. Let's play this. We'll wait for the bumper car next turn, right? I think it's fine to play this. It's just another buff potentially for Scorpion next turn, so having it on board ready to attack could really increment our damage output. Bumper car can attack anyway with this mana later. Hopefully Rokara can survive. She's definitely what's gonna like fuel this board to be powerful. Otherwise, it's kind of mediocre. I think actually Rokara was the worst of our 2-drop rolls. I think I liked Dragon Hatcher and Armaments better. It kind of depends if she sticks. I guess if Rokara sticks, I like her. If not, I would have preferred the reload potential of Armaments or the like more significant tempo advantage of Dragon Hatcher, right? Like getting a big threat on board and stuff would be more valuable. So, if Rokara sticks, A+. If she doesn't stick, D-. They're just gonna try to race, huh? Wow. Not even mad. That's impressive to go for the race. I kind of respect it. Oh my god! I really respect it. Cloak is insane. Wow. I can go for a monster buff here now, though. Might need some armor gain, though. We're kind of running out of gas here, huh? Oh, War Cache could be very good. Okay. Let's see what we find here. Oh, well, we might want to use this first. Let's see. Battle Rage. Yeah, we'll Battle Rage. Do I have any life gain in the deck, though? Well, first off, is this board big enough to win? 10, 17. Can't see. And 9 and 2 is another 11, 28 damage. This board's actually not really big enough to win, but Heroic Strike doesn't really change that either. Oh, that could be big. Ooh, armor gain. Okay. Cutting class. Oh, you think they have ace in hand to get all this extra damage back? That definitely seems possible. Although they went for double cutting class, I guess. Bleeds. Oh my god, this is scary, guys. I don't think I have enough to win. Sap on Rokara. Okay, that doesn't really change my one-turn win angle at all. Garrote again. Oh my god, their whole deck is just damage. Ah! This is not drawing anymore, at least, thank God. They are kind of diverting more to, like, minion maintenance, but that's just because that's what their hand has, right? It's probably not so much a choice. Ooh, armor gain, nice. Minions are great for me. Dry Whiskers clutch. This is good. I need that life back. Okay, so Dry Whiskers is important, I think. Probably want to put Rokara down again, right? Or do I want to put Runthak down to buff like crazy? I guess I want to put Runthak down. Rokara can come next turn. Well, I guess Runthak could die and I could still put Rokara down if he dies. No, he doesn't die. But she's big enough now to just attack anyway, so this is fine. This gets more off the ETC as well. Hopefully this is enough life and I didn't need to play the Looming Presence, right? I guess we'll find out. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's pretty good with only 4 cards. I guess it depends on like bleeds and card draw and stuff. But it's pretty good. We got a lot of damage on board. That's 6. Oh my god, this is scary, dude. I'm actually, oh my god, he top decked a Wicked Stab that's fully upgraded. That's not helpful. One final card, does it deal 6? Oh, Cold Blood, okay. Woo! Honestly, really impressive run from this rogue. Like, they found out how to win quick and they tried their best for it. That is a great, great job. Like, really, really well done, I think, from the opponent. Like, man, I don't really want any of these. Armored Goon, we don't really attack much. Harrison's, like, theoretically some good card draw, but only in specific scenarios. I mean, I'm not always gonna have Weapons Project to go with it, right? I kind of like that Axe is more reliable card draw, but I don't really need an upgrade or a Rokara. I mean, Rokara's been good, don't get me wrong. None of these discover, so that's not an angle. Boy, I think I'm leaning to this just because of the card draw potential of Harrison and this being a fairly large dude. But this also has a lot of card draw potential, but maybe less, because I don't know if I'll be killing a lot of 3/3s, right? Weapons Project. I don't know. I feel like I'm tempted by Harrison because we just played a weapon rogue, but like, how often are we gonna have weapon classes? There's like treasures and stuff, but games are ending by like turn 4 or 5, so the odds of like hitting a weapon in a non-traditional weapon class, like a mage getting a weapon treasure, like they have to draw it, they have to, you know, like it takes a while to get to that point sometimes. So Harrison may not really have the consistency early, and then I'll feel like I'm pressured to play him as a body. So I think sort of Outriders Axe has like more potential to consistently draw because people are going to be playing small minions, right? Like that's good. The upgrades kind of 1-to-1 with the Weapons Project for me. They don't make a huge difference. Rokara is about as useful as Armored Goon, but just smaller. I think I'm going to take Axe. I think Axe is really important. You think the healing off of Goon is significant enough? I just don't know how often it's going to heal. Remember how big our deck is, right? We have a 40-card deck after this is picked. So the odds of any of these interacting together is pretty small. My only other weapon's Outriders Axe, right? So it's not like I really attack that much. So, you know, to get exactly a weapon and a goon together is going to be tough. Or same for like Harrison and Weapons Project. Axe doesn't scale well, but none of these scale well. That's I mean, I don't know if that's a problem. I think it has to be draw. Like, we need the reload, so I'm just leaning to Axe. And Rokara has been MVP, honestly. I gotta go here. I think it's Axe. This is close, though. I think I was overvaluing the Harrison for when I wanted third bucket. I just don't think Harrison's good enough. And Goon is just a Boulder Fist Ogre, which... Oh my god, I didn't take the Boulder Fist Ogre. What was I thinking? That's the best card in Hearthstone! What have I done? I'm a madman. I'm a monster. His stats are so good for his cost. Man, I'm an idiot. Boy, I don't know, man. Portal's like not bad, but it's not great, right? I think I hard mulligan for a fatty, don't I? Maybe I need to keep Portal to be safe. I mean, Studies is good too because of the Discover buff, and I can turn it into something big with some regularity. These are not big enough, though. I trust in the Portal. I believe in the Portal. It's let me down. I was gonna say it's never let me down. The reality is it's let me down 100 times, but I still believe. Gosh darn it, I still know it's gonna come someday, and it's gonna be amazing. Pouches and spreading. So pouches is actually really good in this particular scenario. So this is a lot of Discover, so I actually can buff my board pretty substantially. I'd love to get something big here. I think we'll just get a Rattlegore, and you know that'll solve the problems. Maybe Baron Geddon is actually better in hindsight. Do I have to brawl on turn 1? I think so, right? Oh, definitely. I definitely have to brawl on turn 1. Wow, clutch brawl save. Unreal. I don't think I need to yeah, we'll be fine. I can use the Scorpid here to clean up, so just brawl. Then we'll Mancrypt coin Scorpid. Might use Mancrypt to clean up since the Scorpid's body's notably more valuable to address any future threats. I go in this order, of course, to buff Mancrypt. Ooh, do we like Stage Dive or War Cache better? Probably like War Cache better, actually. Just more stuff. Stage Dive, we have some low-cost things that could happen. I mean, do I actually value the Scorpid more? I don't know. I think he's going to button the thing that's more threatening to him, so it may not matter. Right, like if he's scared of poison, he'll button that. If he's scared of attack value, he'll button that. If he's worried about face damage or something, right? So may not make a difference. Bubba's a pretty good draw, guys. Man. It's a full clear on my dudes and a nice little 6/6. He might want to button one of his hounds instead, though. It just depends, I guess. Oh, yeah, I think he's going to button a hound. Nice. It's not a bad turn, man. Good save with the Bubba. I think we'll still be able to pull this back. I think we'll be getting more value than him, right? So Rokara is often very good with 2/2s. Let's see what we get here. Okay, I can live with that. I really do not want Rokara here to hit the 6/6 is the problem, right? Bumper car. Oh yeah, I can hit the 1/1. That's pretty good, actually. That's fine. Maybe I just run the 2/3 in here instead of the Rokara. Oh yeah, definitely. Right. I don't know. I want the stats, but I also want Rokara to be safe to a 2. Oh, that sucks. That sucks, dude. It's kind of fine. These breakpoints are still okay, but he can kind of trade in the 6/4 now for free. That sucks, man. I don't even know if playing the 1/1's right, for the record. Maybe not. That was a low roll. I feel like he could have buttoned my 6/6 and had a better net result there, maybe. Oh, never mind. That's amazing. Scratch everything I said. That's ridiculous and cool and awesome. I need a brawl again, man. Lotheb's fine. Oh, man, if only. Oh, but still, actually, I mean, I think I just take this, right? Just waste the Reckless Flurry here to clear 3 of these? It's gotta be right. It's gotta be right. Clean up the next one, the last one next turn. I need them to kind of get a dead draw. They've hit some pretty powerful draws so far. Like Bubba was good, Arbor Up was good. Pure Cold is not bad when I've got a weapon up. It's not amazing though, right? Not amazing. What is this? This is gonna be a big deal here. Oh, that's pretty weak at least. Okay. It's not bad. I mean, their button's giving them fuel for now, but it may not always, right? Oh, Blade. It's bad right now, actually. I'll still equip it just because I get the buff out of it, right? It's pretty nice, but kind of bad right now. I guess hit the 4-3. I don't know if it really matters that much, though. That's sort of an awkward line, too, hitting the 2-2, so maybe that's okay. All right, this is just a top deck battle. The problem is I'm behind on board and behind on health in said top deck battle. Another problem is they just got a sick draw. I need to hit, what? Like a Watley or a, I don't even know. Olgra would be a good save, maybe. I don't know. Need something. Oakheart would be kind of cool, yeah. Oh, that's pretty good. That works. How do we want to do this, I wonder? Okay, that was the worst outcome, but whatever. It's fine. Do I think I will have mana next turn to... naturally re-equip the weapon? I really don't know that I will, right? Because I could hit a 9-drop or something, so I don't think I should overwrite the weapon, in other words, to re-equip it next turn for a like marginal upside on the buff, just in case I need to spend that mana or not spend that mana, you know. Like I want to be sure to have the better weapon equipped in the meantime. So whatever this was, it wasn't helpful last turn. Maybe it was like a removal spell or something, right? Surely they button the 10-6, right? Maybe they go wide and just try to like wide me out, because that's not a bad plan. Because I can't like deal with everything, right? And they know they're kind of safe. Ah, it was indeed removal, okay. I need something that addresses this wide board scenario here. What do I get? Nothing. I don't have anything. I don't have any good way to do that. Outrider's Axe. Man, I just keep drawing weapons that are useless to me. Yeah, we're gonna lose. Oh man, Morshawn is actually one of the better outcomes that I had, I guess, because it's double taunt. Wow. Okay. It was like maybe the best draw on the deck, actually. Oh, but he can ping one of them and hit me for 4. But I might still be able to stabilize in that case, right? I'm gonna go ahead and play this just in case. If he wants to trade a 2/2 into it or something, be my guest, right? Be my guest. Be our guest. Da, 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 da. Might have been a lethal. He did that with so much confidence. I'm thinking he has lethal, right? It's like so confident. Feels like that's a lethal draw. Or not. Okay, another taunt. All right. Things are happening. I can't draw off this weapon, so that's kind of sad, but you know, whatever. Let's make it bigger, I suppose. Yeah, honestly, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I mean, I guess it matters against like Starfall. Does it really matter? I mean, I don't want to do it on the taunt, obviously. No, I guess I won't. I don't know. It's not really worth the risk. Just in case, right? Let's see. 18, 19, 23. So yeah, I need to attack with this one actually. Set up lethal next turn. He just buttons my taunt. That's fine for now. Just as long as he doesn't have a minion on board, we're good. I mean, I don't have lethal if he does that, I guess. Well, what was that? I clicked too fast. Oh my god. Oh, that's really weak. Whispering Woods for 1 unit? Okay, he didn't kill my taunt, so I just have lethal on board. Wow. Didn't even check. Woo! That's a win, baby. That is a tough game. I can't believe we got out of that mess, man. They could have saved 4 health by just hitting the taunt, right? And setting up for later. Ooh, Holy Book's kind of fun. Is Holy Book better than Looming Presence? I don't know. It's fun. It's very cool. I like that it's like reactive if I get it early. Like if I put a play something, I just remove it and get a Tintin, you know? Like I get a big threat out of it.
Welcome, boys. Make some room.
Looming Presence, let's talk about like the average mana of a Looming Presence, right? It draws 2 cards.
Thanks for all the
I don't know
fun
what my
times.
average mana cost is because I don't guess Duels has that as a feature still somehow. Maybe it does later. I don't know. But to me, it looks like my average mana is about 3 to 4, 3.5 to 4. So Looming Presence probably gets me about 8 mana worth of stuff. Is the average 8 mana I get from Looming Presence better or worse than Holy Book? I would argue it's worse. Usually. Not always, because some of it cycles, right? It sort of depends. I kind of want to take Holy Book. I think it's a better play than the average, similarly noted mana from Looming Presence. Now there is armor here too, which is kind of cool, but I like Holy Book. I want big boys. These aren't big enough, right? No. Man, we are rolling. We're 9-0, guys. Crazy. Manastorm carrying this run. I didn't expect this to go anywhere, but it's actually gone everywhere. It's cool. This is one of the more fun runs I can remember. We started out doing what? Discs of Legend, and then we got Discover into Manastorm, and somehow we were still getting there. That's wild. Actually insane. No guys for thinning out deck. Actually, it wouldn't really do much thinning. The only 1 mana spells that I have are all cards that cycle. Athletic Studies and Stage Dives. So if anything, I'd actually maybe hurt myself because like the Stage Dives get me nice stuff and the Athletic Studies can get me nice stuff with upsides because it buffs. All 3 of them buff in this deck. I'm not sure that would help. Might actually help our opponents a lot too if they lose their cheap stuff and get big stuff. I guess we have an upgrade. Upgrade I'd probably like to get rid of. That's one upside, but I guess I still prefer the other ones more. Ooh, Blade's good. Astral Portal's probably okay. And I can keep a hatchling, honestly. I don't really need to is the thing. I can maybe try to push this for something a little more interesting because this is a fine opener. And I can try to find maybe a filler. Like just open here maybe. Yeah, I don't know. This is scary. It's so scary to mulligan because you just need big dudes. That may seem worse, but it's really not. It's actually really good in combo with these 2 4-drops. So it kind of refills. If I can turn this into something that gets me more cards in particular, I think we'll be very happy. Ooh, Rally the Troops is not good news for us because they're going to be able to reload very successfully here. They're not going to run out of gas like most decks do, right? They're going to keep reloading cards. So that's going to challenge our ability to create the pressure we want. Hopefully we can just overwhelm with bigger stuff early, though. That is a 9-drop, but it ain't the one we wanted. I gotta say, guys, that ain't the 9-drop we were looking for. Oh boy, this isn't the card. These aren't the cards we want either. Oh crap. Oh boy. I think Provoke's the most useful, but also totally awful. So, yeah, I feel like we're gonna pickle. Rally the Troops is just a perfect answer to us. As long as they don't, I mean, if they hit a dead pocket where they don't get any battle cries, right, we could be okay. But I don't think they will, right? They're pretty. Imagine if this was an actual 9-drop. Oh my god, they even have Blade. So they have a great way to spend their mana every turn. Oh, we are screwed. They have like the ultimate counter deck here. I don't think we'll be able to keep up at all. This is too good. I need some kind of miracle stuff off the top right now to keep in this, I think. We want buffs, right? More than we want anything else. I'm just getting the worst cards. I mean, they're just awful so far. Oh man. Stonewall's really good, actually. Okay, reload. That's really nice. Okay. Do I hit the 2-1? I guess, yeah, why not? It doesn't really matter. I'm not pushing face quite yet. I haven't turned the corner yet. I'm going to be a little bit more defensive for a minute and then hopefully stabilize bigger threats so that we can turn the corner face and kill. Okay, whiff on a battle cry, 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 whiff on a battle cry. Don't hit my 7-2. That's a battle cry. Shoot! I need them to whiff! Thankfully I do at least have a target here. Oh man, is that something we play instead always? Just provoke? It lives into the provoke. Yeah, I think so. I think it's threatening enough that it's worth. I also want to remove that armor, right? So, I mean, gosh, it's almost good enough to just bruise here, but I need to make sure this dies. Whatever. I don't know. It's very debatable, I'm sure. Whiff on a battle cry, whiff on a battle cry, whiff on a battle cry. That's fine. We don't mind. Oh, that's a good way to clear that safely, though. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh, not bad. Oh, that's a pretty good card, though. My opponent has a pretty good card in their hands. What do you know? All right. I'm going to make a baller play here. All right, listen here, guys. This is going to hit the Anchorman one time. Okay, and then it's gonna hit Lich King 4 times. Oh, I hit once. That's all that mattered. That's all I really needed, right? We were gonna deal with this the old-fashioned way, but I just needed that one to draw. Otherwise, I didn't have access to a draw here. All right, so my hand is garbage. Could have coined an upgrade, I guess, but we can do that anytime, so whatever. My opponent has a Lich King card. Hopefully not Army of the Dead. Hopefully not Frostmourne. I mean, Frostmourne would kind of like, sort of struggle, I guess, but... Whoa. That's big. Real big. And unfortunately, Battle Cry is unfortunately Pirates, or Kara is coming down. Like, we are pretty much screwed. I only have 14 health against this. Oh my, that's a fat boy though. He's not fat enough though, honestly. Because Rukara can just bump him, right? Like, he's not big enough. I have to kill that card. I'm not winning this race, right? I mean, I guess there's a chance Rokara hits here and I get to hit for 16. I don't even think that's a win, though, honestly. Still feels bad. Oh, just Doom Pact. That's really good. He has mana for Rokara as well, so he's drawing additional cards. Yeah, that's got to be game. I don't see a way out here. We can't beat... No, that's definitely not it. I mean, it's like, yeah, it kills Rokara or whatever, but... I'm dead to 9 just on board, so... GG, man. Good job, opponent. You did it. Rally the troops was our hard counter. Oh, his weapon got overwritten. I'm actually not dead. I mean, it's irrelevant. I'm not going to win, but technically alive. Okay. Is there any out then? Looming Presence into... I don't know. Grom's not lethal, I don't think. Oh, Grom actually would be lethal, I think, because he's been buffed by this so much. Is Grom lethal? If it hits this? Oh, there's 2 taunts. That's definitely not it. Okay. I think we technically had a lethal out minus the taunts. Grom, I don't know how many buffs we had. Let's see, that 5-4 was already 9. And I equipped it again after that. So I actually think Grom would have had +6, which would have made him 10, which would have made him 16, which would have been lethal with the 4-attack weapon. That would have been 20. Yeah, we actually did have a lethal out there. Man. You know, Malkorok is not terrible. Harrison's not terrible. And Blingtron's not terrible. You know, they're not awful. They're not great either. I think we're probably still better off trying to hit Rattlegores and Oakarts and stuff. Not terrible, though. Yeah, that was a very, very good counter door attack. I'm not salty about losing that one. They just had like perfect answers, right? We've been very unfair to many opponents, so the fact that somebody did the same to us only feels fair. Harrison is getting passed up a lot. Yeah, I do feel kind of guilty. Full day on Tuesday. Yeah, at least 7-8 hours. I'm guessing. Yeah, it's so much stuff. I am preparing myself both mentally and physically for the endeavor. I know it will be painful, but hopefully worth it. I also will have to stay up editing videos all night, so my day will never end on Tuesday. I will have an endless array of things to do. Good problem to have, though. I'd rather have that than the opposite problem, which is what we've had for the last 5 months where there is nothing to do. That is a much worse scenario. Where will we start? I think we'll do mini set first, like standard decks, like pick out a couple really cool, fun deck ideas based on card reveals. Do like 2 to 3 decks, and then we'll move over to duels for Diablo. You know, part of this will depend on like what kind of content I'm getting. If like videos are hitting and they're good, like we can move on, right? If it's taking a while to get good videos, you know, plans change and adjust. Then we'll do Diablo duels, maybe a couple Diablo duels. Then I wouldn't mind hitting Battlegrounds. It's definitely near the bottom of the list for me. I don't plan on touching Mercenaries at all, as I've indicated in videos and so on. I don't know if I'm actually... But yeah, between Battlegrounds, duels, and standard, we'll do something. Battlegrounds, I could see falling off pretty easily, though, focusing on standard and duels. No editor? No, I only very rarely use an editor at all. Like 3% of my videos or less or something. Not even that. Like, I've had Raren do a couple this last month. He was looking for some editing work, so I was happy to oblige and have him do a few videos. You may know Raren, fellow streamer, YouTuber person. He's done a few duels runs, I think like 3 or 4 at this point over the last like month and a half. So that's only editor I've had in the last year. I've had some other editors I brought in for like launch day stuff in the past, or just one other editor. But I'm not doing that anymore. It's just I don't know. I just do my thing. I respect you trying to get into Mercenaries. I pretty much had the same experience you described. Yeah, I didn't want to not like it. I wanted to love it. New content is a great opportunity for me, so I like really trying to make the best of it, you know. I think I keep these 3 because I can use Lothab as a kind of punish after I stabilize, right, and like try to win, and then these are both just amazing, so. Serve up another awesome card. Brawl's fine if we get behind, sure. Turn 1 Rattlegore, though, is some spicy special stuff. Spicy special turn 1 Rattlegore. The sound I made when I saw it. That's funny. Spirit Alpha is not bad. Okay. Oh, not a bad opener, sir. Kind of legit impressed. That is also very good, though, sir. Kind of want to hit the 2-5 here, maybe. Anything's fine, but oh, nice, yeah. Like this was gonna get contested anyway. I'm not really worried about taking the damage, I don't think. So 2-5 is like the most upside. So yeah. Grom's fine to have. Not something I need like right away, probably, but totally cool. Rah, rah. Do I want like to protect health on this? I guess actually, yeah, I think I actually prefer protecting health on this, right? Yeah, we don't care if the Rattlegore's an 8/8. It's gonna keep coming back. Like, I'm incentivizing them to kill this one and not this one usually. So, protecting health on this is a little more. I don't really want to incentivize this one's death as much as the Rattlegore. So they need Wand of Disintegration exactly. If they don't have Wands of Disintegration, I don't know that they can win. I mean, I guess there's other outs, right? But that's certainly the most reasonable one that I can think of, anyway. Ziliax into the 8/3. Okay, that's probably not amazing. This is a very large hit. Is it turn 3, by the way? I think it's turn 3, right? I love this bumper car here, just playing with the big boys. It's like the little brother, you know. These are all grown adult brothers. They had like one brother that came along 20 years later. It's like he's a little kid. Here's Wand, double Wand. Lightning bolt on Grom. Okay, sure. Chill with that. Surely these aren't sufficient, right? Yeah.
I see you've done your stuff.
Nice. Let's go. Oh, Krusty's pretty good, I guess. Yeah, I like Krusty. Big removal. Not enough draw. Yeah, we're good. This run's crazy, guys. 10 wins. Ooh, Druid or Hunter's scary. I bet this is a staking acclaim deck. What do you want to bet? Maybe this good death rattle stuff? Do we keep Portal early? It's let us down time and time again. Yeah, we keep it. We believe. Oh, Oakheart's nuts. All right. ETC is one of the better rolls off Oakheart, so we're probably going to get, what? Bumper car, I bet. Importer would be really bad. We would definitely prefer bumper car. Hey, Visions, thanks. That's really nice. 2 months. Welcome back. Oh, Scorpion would be really bad, too. Yeah, actually, yeah. Oakheart 1-drops here are pretty unlikely to be good. It's only bumper car that's solid since ETC's in hand. We would love a Dragon Hatcher. That'd be nice to get a Proto Drake. Could get a Tint Trasher, I guess. I know Portal one day is going to turn into Rattlegore. Staking Claim. Yeah. Oh, no, that's us. That's our Staking Claim. Scratch that. Crystal Gym. I love it. We get to delete. Oh, Make Mastery. That explains it. All right. Oh, Runtack was good too here. So this is going to be a low roll O card. Yeah, definitely a low roll. I mean, it's a good board. Don't get me wrong. It's a great turn one play. It's just not the like uber turn one you're looking for off this deck, I don't think. Portal Runtack is certainly a reasonable turn two as well, though. Wonder how big their board could get here off of a Staking a Claim. If they have a good follow-up on this, they might be able to make a monster board. They might not have a second turn, of course, but they had like a couple buffs and a few ways to get that rolling. Could be very scary. Yeah, not bad actually. Make Mastery coming in clutch. Lothab Runtack is pretty intriguing, I suppose. Kind of want to be able to kill that 3/6. I guess maybe I could use the Scorpid to do that, but it's not amazing. I want to go ahead and take the ETC. Probably not yet. Let's just Lothab, etc. So, kill the tower first. I don't know if I'm going to kill the tower. I mean, I guess I am going to play 2 minions, so maybe it's worth to kill the tower first, yeah. Yeah, I suppose so. Am I going to run the Scorpid in here? Let's see where Runtack lands and where Lothab lands, right? Oh, that got buffed by the top hat. Whoopsie. I don't. Oh my god. That did not go to plan. I couldn't decide who to use this on. It didn't. The top hat screwed me. I forgot about the top hat. I was planning on using the Lothab button to hit either the 6/6 or the 3/6, but then the top hat hit and I brain melted. That's oh, okay. That's not great. That's not great either. Oh my god, the double top hat Deathwing. I mean, I just don't know how to beat that. Oh, even the top hats went off there. I needed Holy Book, man. Holy Book, dude. I don't have any outs here, right? There's no rush minion that pulls me out of this mess. There's nothing big enough to kill Deathwing, right? God, there almost is, but not quite. Oh, man. I have 17, right? But he just gets buffed, and I can't deal 19 anyway. I can almost like go for a kill, kind of, you know, like a lot of damage output here. Deathwing, dude. I mean, I flubbed this game, but it didn't change the outcome of the Deathwing. That was gonna happen either way. So, why is this guy running Deathwing? He must have got it in a random bucket. Like, oh, what a hard punishment. Well, not really punish, just a hard outcome. What a low roll. What a scenario. Oh, interesting. N'Zoth is not a great opener by any means, of course, as far as 9-drops are concerned. Sneeds, I would argue, is also kind of mediocre. Watley's really good. Actually, this isn't bad either, though. Because Pandarin's great Discover, Warcash's value, Stonemull's value. I guess the question is, do they increase the quality of my deck or not? I still don't really think they do. I have this stuff that's all just so good to find. Taking a few percentage points off of finding Rattlegore, I don't think is worth it. As we've seen, random legendaries have not been suiting us very well. If it were, if it were a portal, I would take it, but it's not a portal. Gazoo's man says, "Oh my God, it was you." I guess, are you this guy with the Deathwing? If so, get out. You're not welcome here. Take your Deathwings and leave. Oak-Heart again. Okay, interesting. Now, if I keep this Rokara in the Oak-Heart, is my Oak-Heart better? I have a higher chance to hit Dragon Hatcher. What else was it? Armaments. I don't know. I think I'm still better off pushing for higher cost stuff because there's still a Rokara anyway I could hit. I don't think it's worth it, but I like Oak-Heart. Oak-Heart's good. Brawl might have been worth the keep just in case, but since we're out ahead, not on coin, I think I like Oak-Heart better. And less worry about Brawl and just look for pressure, right? Just reloads and... Okay, Dragon Affinity and all together now. So I guess that's... Oh, that's a good draw because it's less likely to come with Oak-Heart. Oh, no, that's one of the better Oak-Heart rolls. Never mind. I lied. It's a terrible draw. That pair's good at least. Yeah, Dragon Affinity normally is really, really good, right? Because they get out ahead on mana so much. But now it might just mean they had like the same amount of plays and... Oh, that's really good though. Shoot, dude. Everybody's stacks are like actually keeping up now. Like we kind of hit a Manastorm peak, it feels like, where before we were just owning and getting out way ahead of everybody, and now it does not feel like that is as likely, right? Fairy Dragon. Okay, that's not so bad. Sentinel's not that bad. Oh no! It's just all the dragon aspects, man. Oh boy. I lose, right? I mean, I ain't coming back from that. It's a full hand. It's just a totally full hand. I guess I want to hit a 3 attack dude here. Oh, I should have played the Watley first. What am I doing? I'm tilted. I wanted the Watley to be buffed, but it's way better to have 3 more things that are buffed. I'm just tilted now. If I actually play these, maybe I just play these instead. Maybe it was right. Okay, I'm at least gonna tell myself that. Because this like burns a card, right? This at least removes a threat. Maybe this was right. I actually think this might have been better. I take it back. I think this was the right move. Maybe this was right. Yeah, hide my shame. Exactly, yeah. I wouldn't want anybody to know. Yeah! That was the only other minion left? Are you serious? Astral Portal, dude, listen to me. Astral Portal, there's never been a time that I needed you more than this. Astral Portal, I need you. I don't know. Is there anything here that actually is really good? Dragon. Tint Trasher's not bad, honestly. Yeah, Tint Trasher's not bad. Maybe I ought to go here first. I think I can stay alive with Tint Trasher if I don't get Proto Drake, that is. Actually, I get the Pirate guy too, right? He's pretty good. Oh, there's my Mac. Tint Trasher, yeah. Oh, yeah, I can play this Pirate for free. I already have a Mac, so that doesn't change anything. I mean, does playing this do anything, though? I don't even know. It's free, I guess, but... I mean, honestly, not a bad turn. I don't know if it's better to keep the health spared here. You know what I mean? Like, I could have had 2 alive but both low health. I don't know. Feel free to debate amongst yourselves. I thought the health had a little value, but debatable for sure. I mean, honestly, that was pretty good, right? Oh. Why is it always Shadow Word Void, dude? I'm so sick of Void. Oh. Oh my god. So now I need Baron Geddon. Actually, that's just gonna get me killed too, though. It'll put me at 2, right? Bro, you aren't good enough. I hate to break it to you. I mean, it's just insane that I literally cannot win just because these cards exist. All right, that was a messy end to this run. I played like garbage, but yeah, it's still a cool deck, right? Still a very cool deck. Just another necrotic poison in there. Cool, man. Deathwing into Malygos, man. And Alexstrasza, like, come on. How can I beat that? How can I beat that? Boop, 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 boop. Temperance! That's fun. It'd be funny that, like, for some reason there was some bug where that, like, broke these. For whatever reason, it's some random bug. These don't work after Temperancing and he loses because of all the BM. I would totally take it, too, I'll tell you. I would take the victory. All right, that was awesome. Really cool run. Really, really cool run. 10-win Manastorm deck. I gotta go in like 5 minutes. I don't know what to do here. I just guess I'll end the stream. Pretty perfect timing, actually. I don't really gotta go, but playing on 3 hours and here we are. So anyway, yeah, we'll drop a raid here before I go. Oh, before I go, guys, go check out. I'm trying to grow my variety channel on YouTube. There's a lot of you here. There's a link in chat. Go watch this video I put up yesterday. Guardians of the Galaxy video. Love Guardians of the Galaxy. I've been playing it on my variety channel. I do top secret streams over there. They're obviously not secret. Everybody knows about them, but I'm telling you now, if you go sub to that channel, RegisKillbin on YouTube, I'm trying to grow that as a variety channel specifically and separate from Hearthstone so that I don't kind of frustrate people and mix and match too much. So I would encourage you and hope that you'll check out that link in chat. I think you'll like the video. It's pretty funny and fun and snappy, quick editing and just highlights. You know, you don't have to watch a 3-hour video. You can kind of get some of the story and see what's going on in 15, 20 minutes sort of thing, along with some shenanigans. So, yeah, check that link out in chat. I'm trying to talk a little more about that so I grow it. But, yeah, anyway, in the meantime, let me drop a raid before we go. Where's Hearthstone? Where is Hearthstone? My God, like 3rd or 4th row on Twitch. Can't even find it anymore. Right, waiting on that mini set, man. All right, this person's title says "Fight Me." Hopefully they'll be more friendly, but I think it's funny. So, anyway. Have fun with the raid, everybody. Thanks for checking it out today. Cool run. I guess I'll probably try to put this one up on YouTube. It's kind of, we're in a weird kind of like nothing. I don't know. I may not actually have time. Maybe just it'll live on my stream channel. I don't know. Because I got like card reviews and stuff. And then new content comes out. So as cool as this run is, it may not make YouTube cut. Man, really? That seems wrong. But I don't know. Everything's scheduled out. So we'll see. Anyway. Have a good one. Thanks for hanging out today. Enjoy the raid. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the sub bits, follows, kind words, everything else. You all are amazing and great and wonderful, and I love you, and I'll see you soon. But until next time, game on.